and welcome back to campaign number 2 of Critical Role.
Yay!
We're moving on to a new episode, and that is episode number 3. Last time we left off, we're kind of chasing a devil toad, and I don't know if this is going to start off right off the bat, or there's going to be a time skip or something, but I'm excited because there might just be action in the intro, so great. So we have some announcements to make.
Yay! We have merch!
I'm
wearing one of them. There's a lot of different ones.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite designs. It's our oh my god, mascot. I was like, what logo? I was like, no, this is not our logo. Our mascot, Kasai. And it looks really cool.
It does.
But we have a lot. I'll probably edit them in somewhere here so they're fun
magical.
Here. But we have stickers, we have mugs, we have shirts, sweaters, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. It's on our 4th roll page. It'll be linked down below. But if you like us and you want some cool merch to look cool in, because all the cool kids have this merch.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Don't get that FOMO. You gotta get it.
Match with us.
The thing is, though, what's great is if you are wearing that merch, you can tell people about All Ages a Geek without even having to tell them.
Because it says it.
Because exactly. And people are like, what is that? And you'll be like, wow, here's this crazy YouTube channel / website. Because a lot of fun stuff is coming up on the website. We can't wait to get you guys involved with it. Now, another announcement.
Sex Stories.
Oh my god, what's that?
What is it? Tell us all about it.
So Sex Stories is an e-course that you guys can find online. It is a separate Patreon from the Patreon that you guys are used to at All Ages Geek. You guys get for $5, you can get weekly lessons about world building, characters, everything else about writing that we have learned over the years from other authors, illustrators, you guys name it. It is over on Sex Stories on Patreon. It is still in beta mode right now, so thank you for those of you who already signed up. It's perfect for any of you guys who are in college or high school and you just want some touch-ups on certain things.
I know a lot of you are writers too.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing.
If you are a writer and you want some advice from people, definitely go over there.
The reason we mainly did this is because there's been a few comments saying that what we were saying in our reactions did help people. We usually it's $5 because a lot of people in the world cannot afford the courses that are going on, because some authors charge $500
$5,000
or $5,000. We've seen people charge $5,000 for courses like this. So no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to charge $5.
Or a dollar.
Or a dollar if you're already a patron of All Ages a Geek. And the reason that we're charging it is because basically it's just to piece things together, and you guys at the end of a month kind of get all these lessons plans and everything. When it's out of beta mode, it's going to be 10 times more crazy, but a lot of content for you. So you guys can expect to see that posting weekly. The link is also in the description down below. So if you are a writer and you need some touch-ups, or you even need some people to read your stuff, let us know and we will help you out as much as possible.
Yeah, and October is going to be weekly. The last few months was random, sporadic posting.
Yes.
But we have it on our schedule now, so if you are interested now, even though it is still beta, there's still going to be weekly content for you guys. And you can also help us build it. So we're still looking to build our mascot, not logo, because I messed it up before.
It's okay.
Our mascot and our music and stuff like that. So if you are interested in helping us build something, definitely join now, because you'll be a legend in the Sex Stories.
Exactly. Because right now, again, it is beta, so everything else will be very, very customized and organized. Probably by next month. We'll see, because we are moving. If you're a patron already, you know that we are moving again. So craziness. And then there was one last announcement.
Oh, we have a comic coming out.
Oh my god!
So if you watch our Elden Ring, it's self-promo, but if you watch our Elden Ring gameplays, we have 2 OCs playing the game.
Yes.
It's going to be based around their lives, but we have a Twitter for them right now where it's just kind of random sketches. But in the next few months, we have a trailer coming out, so you'd learn more about it. And then weekly comics, it's going to be a 6-panel comic. It's going to be fun, lighthearted stuff. And then every weekend you can expect to find a comic. Yeah,
it's actually the first thing that we're going to be doing some self-publishing with each other, because we are a sister team with a lot of our writing, just like we do with reactions. We are writing it and drawing it, so you guys can expect it. But also it's going to be fun because it's going to be dubbed, so you guys can actually, even with the voice actors and everything.
Yes,
it's going to be fun.
Okay, so if you are a voice actor, I need a lot of help.
Yes, please.
Even if you don't match all the requirements for this one role, there's going to be a lot coming out. But if you do see us talking about roles, please audition. Even if you've never auditioned before and you don't really know much about voice acting, but if you have the talent, we definitely want to work with you. So I'm going to link down, because I'm probably going to, after this filming, I'm probably going to make a bunch of other pieces to audition for. So there's going to be 4 or 5 characters that you can audition for, and do not think that you can't do it. just check out the requirements, because some of the characters, like, they have like a little bit of requirements for like who they are. So definitely check that out before you do audition. But if you know people who definitely fit those requirements, share it to them. We want to make sure like we get the best voices for these characters, because they are dear to our hearts.
Yes, exactly.
But if you are a voice actor, or if you are a beginner or an expert, please audition, because we need help.
Because the thing is, like, outside of this comic, there's going to be a lot more coming up with these characters. So if you are one of these voice actors for them, just expect a lot of work, because there's going to be a lot of stuff in the future specifically with these characters. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, one last thing I want to say is thank you for your patience on us posting these. Again, it has been crazy when it comes to even doing certain reactions. The internet's been dropping in and out, and also when it comes to moving. Right now, we're in a room with millions of boxes.
You can't see it.
You can't see it because we have our little section. But so let's just jump into it. I know Matt's also probably going to be doing some ads, so fun. We get to watch our ads and theirs. We're looking forward to what Sam has to say. But guys, here we go. Let's get started.
For a bunch of us nerdy ass voice actors, sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Liam gets ever creative every week, right before the camera goes live. Thank you, Liam.
Hey, just get on the campaign.
There you go.
His outfit looks so cute on him.
Before we get jumping into the game, we have some announcements. So we'll get to those
there we go.
First and foremost,
just clapping.
Once again, returning and for an extended time.
Let's clap with Matt.
We are happy to have,
take a shot if you're legal every time he claps.
Awesome, fantastic application for those to make their D&D characters and go online and adjust. And I think, Sam, you wanted to go ahead and think that way.
Yes, D&D Beyond is our awesome sponsor. It's a great online mobile access thing that you can manage.
Yes.
I'm kind of losing my voice tonight.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know. So that I can preserve my voice for the rest of the night. Laura, can you read the copy and I'll just lip sync it?
Oh my God, yes.
Thank you.
As you know, D&D Beyond is a digital piece of Critical Role. It's got a ton of features, but one of the coolest is that it keeps track of stuff like hit points, inspiration, and all sorts of modifiers to your dice rolls, which is amazing, especially if you're the kind of person who's more focused on which.
Look at him just like be like, I'm like secretly judging you right now.
The kind of superstitious gamer who thinks that the color or style of dice actually makes any difference at all. The sort of weirdo who believes some dice are lucky and some are cursed. Or one of those crackpot shut-ins who uses dice jails.
It's like adding her.
Anyway, check them out at www.
Made her do it on purpose.
DNDBeyond.com, that's DND, not D. And D.
Oh my God.
DND. And get $10 off any book in the marketplace with code BEGINNINGS. Also, Sam Regal is a cockroach.
Thank you, Sam. Well done. Thank you, Laura, for the assist. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for being awesome partners. This new campaign. Indeed.
Indeed.
Talks Machina, with our recently paroled friend Brian B. Foster, hosts every Thursday.
We gotta watch it.
Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
I don't know when we should start that, you know?
People said there's some spoilers, though.
Oh, okay.
If you're around and want to see different cast members
Vox.
towards the story climax in the next 2 issues, and pretty excited about it. The next 2 issues are crazy. Yeah, those of us who know what happens next 2 issues, it's like,
Don't say anything.
Don't spoil us. What are they saying? What are they saying? What are you saying?
I don't think they're saying anything. Okay.
And she's an incredible job with the comics. So show her some love.
Good job.
Of course, our writer. And everyone else who works in the comic, they do a great job. So check it out if you haven't had the chance. It's available on digital download on the Dark Horse app, on Comixology, and a lot of other awesome places on the internet you can probably find. Are you? Oh, jeez. Why did we put you two next to each other?
What are they doing?
Oh, that's actually really cute. I apologize for being so snappy.
I apologize for being so snappy. That's a big dice.
I apologize. I'm a little puffy still, and my wisdom teeth's taken out. So,
Oh, God.
Yeah, all of them.
Functional.
On Saturday.
No anesthetic.
No.
Smell like your mouth hole.
No.
I expected your cheeks to be all poofy.
They have been throughout the whole week, and just like steadily, and like just please don't leave some around Thursday. So it's okay. It's not too bad today.
Your kids are first. He looks fine. It's all in his head.
You dunk your face in the tub of ice.
Look at him.
A lot of ice. But that's enough about me.
Oh.
I'm 50 characters now.
Exactly. That's my usual defense mechanism.
Aw.
Left off.
I don't trust you.
I know.
And a band of slowly converging.
Like he's such a like sweet bead, and then when you see him do this, you're like, what are you doing, Matt?
Caught up in an investigation. There was a carnival that you attended, of which Molly Mock was a part of, that had a terrible scenario occur. An older man who was at the carnival had been transformed in the middle of performance into some horrible undead creature that attacked and assaulted other people within the tent. You defeated it, and since all been under investigation, the individual can't leave the town. To try and absolve yourselves of any sort of doubt, you begin to investigate what the cause is for this strange transformation. You've gone around the town, asking questions, meeting individuals, eventually finding yourselves back at the tent in the middle of the night, past midnight, in the early hours of the morning, sneaking into tents and asking members of the carnival what they may know about what has transpired. Upon speaking with a number of members of the carnival, two of the guards that were on site suddenly fell dead where they were standing, writhing in pain as they passed. And you watched as a large shadow, which you had confirmed being fiendish in nature, leapt northward towards the Ustalok and out of sight, as both Ford and Caleb had rushed out of the main tent to see the center of the camp where these two bodies began to rise up. Two more of the freshly transformed undead creatures, now angered and looking about for something to feast upon. And that was where we left off.
I gotta see what they look like.
No problem with our set.
That was the third spell, by the way. In this activity.
Okay, there you go. Hey. So how many spells do you have left?
Yeah. I've got cantrip spells, so don't worry, guys.
Alrighty, guys. Well,
Just a drive through.
Got a
So
sample
I'm
platter.
onion left in there. It's just a try.
I would like you all
No.
roll initiative, please.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Roll initiative, we're fighting already?
Okay.
I rolled the dice, it was a 1.
Oh.
I'm never rolling again.
Oh.
Oh no!
We rolled low. Level 2!
Oh my god.
Alright,
no.
so 20 to 15.
24.
No,
Alright.
nice.
Whoa, that's high. 15 to 10. Alright. 10 to 5.
Yeah.
5.
8. Oh,
So no, they all did horrible.
What's the
Uh-huh.
number?
that is.
4.
Oh.
Man, come on.
Nope.
Nope.
3.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh, you're at 3 initiative? What's your initiative?
What's your multiplier?
0.
0?
So, 5.
Oh my god. 0?
Ah.
Oh no.
Level 3 The good news is a dash if you wanted to engage directly.
I don't know if they did this last time, but they should do like a full overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know what to do. Okay.
Oh no.
Alright. Work it out. Work it.
Actually, this is my fault.
What?
What?
I rolled for the zombies to see who they saw first and who the turn hasn't come up yet. That's my fault because their initiative's lower in the order, so we're gonna.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes. Rewind.
Rewinds.
What? Is he okay?
Rewinds.
That's really my bad. That's my bad.
Just kidding, that didn't happen.
I got that where it's not gonna make any difference. But you do watch as they turn and they
Oh my god.
They look past the direction and look like they're ready to go
Those
towards the
rewinds.
carnival.
No, I just want to do Hamilton with all our character voices.
That's
That's on
Okay, after Jester trying to help me, can I close the gap to this guy?
You can at this.
Okay.
Two squares.
Look at
This ball is cool, man.
Cut him down with those guns.
Is that fire? Is that fire still going?
It's like a huge blaze, but there's some flames in it. It's starting to ember, starting to burn out a little
Both
bit.
barrels.
Yes, Bo.
Give it to him.
Damn it! Is he okay?
With my initial attack, as I run up, can I take my staff and try and take him out at the knees?
Yeah.
Sweep.
Sure. I see.
Oh, no.
Drone.
Yeah.
Like it. Like it.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Look at all.
It's not great.
No.
9.
No! Well, they were really horrible.
So as you swing with the staff, it slams
It's always
into
when they
the
fight,
centaur's
too.
leg, and you hear the slight crack of wood as the armored exterior of the zombified form seems to just stand resolute against the strength of your blow. Its head, which was turned off to angrily towards the shadowed direction of Caleb and Ford,
No.
turns
Hi.
back. The red burning coals for eyes now glaring in your direction.
Great.
Ah.
I say, fucking broke my stick. And I just
Ah!
elbow to the face, and then another punch with the staff so my head into flurry closed.
Okay, well, you did your one attack to sweep him. It's an unarmed attack for your next two.
Right, I know. I'm doing
Right.
an elbow and a punch.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
just holding my staff.
Right, misunderstood. Okay, go for it. So roll the attack.
2 attacks, right?
You got it.
Okay.
In your head?
There it is. Okay, that's good. 19
Okay, good.
19
for the
hits.
first one. Oh, a natural 1 for the
You got it.
second.
What is happening?
All
God.
right, so roll damage for the first one.
Why?
I know, very less.
Okay, 8. What's new at the table?
8 points of damage. So as you
What's new at the table? Did she just throw that?
And as its head turns towards you, you reach for your other fist, and it catches it in the middle,
Oh,
middle
no.
of the air. Then it tries to bite at you,
Oh.
and it hangs open, not able to actually find any purchase in your arm. I believe that ends your turn. All right, finishing Bo's turn. Caleb, you're up.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I am going to move over a bit towards that carriage, and I pull the diamond out of my component pouch, and a small prismatic ball forms over it, and I take my other hand and I spin it really fast until the ice shards start shooting out of the side, and then I take it with the free hand, and I'm going to throw it like a fucking baseball pitcher at the one closest to Beauregard.
Right there? Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack on that.
Okay. Let's go with 23.
23 definitely hits.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So that is cold damage 3d. Come on.
Come on.
9 total.
9 points of cold damage to it. So you watch as it's trying to like bite, with no effect towards Bo's arm as she's pulling away. It slams inside her shoulder to this side, and it pulls back. You watch as the arm kind of breaks a bit, and the ice shards kind of coalesce on the outside of the armor and kind of lingering
Very nice.
frost and kind of mist that sprays off the impact. It looks fairly damaged.
Question: When am I supposed to roll initiative for Pumpkin as well, or does she go?
Technically, those are rolls, yes. But I mean, it might be easier to have you guys go at the same time.
Okay, if that's what you want to do. Sure. All right, I'm sending Frumpkin
For now, you can
zip under that tent. He has 40 feet of movement.
This one here?
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look inside.
Is he okay?
I know.
Is that your turn?
That's all. That's it. Yeah.
All right.
Barrels.
Molly, you're up.
Oh.
I'm going to burst out of the tent, and can I make it to the one that Bo was fighting?
20, 25, you can indeed.
I'm gonna make it to the one that Bo was fighting, and I'm gonna just take 2 straight attacks with some attacks.
Go for it. You see like half of its body encased in ice now, and it's still kind of lashing out in Bo's direction as you rush up.
That's a 15 and an natural 20.
Oh.
Okay then.
Okay.
Yeah,
15 plus, whatever.
yeah, 15 plus, and then
Those both hit.
20 is just double the die, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So.
Oh.
Come on. Which one's which? First one. I'm okay. First one is that's 15.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, double. I have to roll 2 dice, right? Well, the first attack is that die, so that's not the crit.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right,
And then 2 dice or double dice.
We'll just double the dice. It's fine. Less dice then.
That's 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Why is it with Risha? Why can't she get anything?
I know.
Like what? It's always her this entire arc so far.
He's walking out of the
That's
tent,
why she
starts spinning in his hand like
This
dirt
shirt
that
is goth dad.
slams both
Goth
legs
dad.
and
Goth bad or goth
I
dad?
think. Or
Oh.
bad. I think it's
As he
dad.
cuts a V shape in the upper torso and it kind of slips out of it. The actual central portion of his body slips onto the ground with a
Ooh.
splash.
Oh.
Fall part of the side and the body collapses in the ground.
Oh God.
Yay!
His face. It's a goth dad.
Goth dad. Love it.
Cake with
Yeah,
head attached.
basically.
A pizza pie. This is a pizza size.
All right, this is.
And then I turn 180 and get ready for the other one.
Oh.
No.
All right. Which is now its turn. Oh, so having you rush out of the tent, its attention once in the distance, it traces you over as you attack its ally. It lunges over towards you and takes 2 strikes in your
I
direction.
make eye contact with it, and I'm actually gonna burn. I'm gonna. Just for fun, I'm gonna burn my blood mallet.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna make a move. I'm like, there's just gonna be a blood vessel just gonna pop on my neck, and I'm just gonna make him cry.
The eyes suddenly go black, and you watch as thick droplets of blood, like it spill out the corners of the zombie's eyes. I take.
Damn.
Oh, are you?
I'm not gonna
fine. Okay, cool. So you take 3 damage. So yeah, so this attack and the next attack is disadvantage on. 16 and an 8, the first attack, so that brings it down to a 12 to hit. No. So as it rushes towards you, you can see the opening as it swings too wide and you just duck right out of the way. The second attack, disadvantage is 12, it's a 19, and a 16. So 16 plus 4 is 20. So it still hits. Still heavily, yeah.
That's fine.
Alright, so the first one you knock out of the way, however, the secondary slam hits you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage across your shoulder. Bam!
No.
You get pushed back into Bo, and Bo kind of catches you
Oh.
Not the
fall.
jump, not the jump.
Ow. Alright, so that ends its go. Not hero.
That's still alive.
Yeah.
Not is going to hard charge out of the tent.
Oh no.
Not at the beast, but just across the courtyard. Yes. Just as fast as she can go, just say shit. Can she make it to that box?
She can, unfortunately.
She can't?
No, it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
we have 30. It's right there.
Okay, so as she's running, she's gonna fire her crossbow
Okay, go.
at the dude.
Got the dude.
Oh, dude.
11 plus 6.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Okay, they're rolling
Very
right
nice.
now.
You're just being accumulating points. So.
Wait, he's taking a picture? Is he taking a picture?
There you go.
Okay, so
What is he doing? I think he's taking a picture. What?
Jason.
Why?
another 2 points.
Okay.
Oh, and why not? I'll use Fury of the Small.
Ah.
Another 2 points.
So this is
Nice.
10 points of damage to it. All right.
And then bonus action, can I just just hide behind that thing?
You can't hide behind it to get behind it, but you can use your bonus action to dash and get behind it.
Okay, great. I'll
So
do
you're
that.
not technically hiding, but you move in this direction.
What's your plan, though?
To hide
I
and just
know,
use
yeah.
long distance.
Yeah. All right, so you can stuck there.
His head is
Trying to snarl, but you can hear the windpipe is kind of closed off.
Oh!
It's making this horrible
Ooh.
choking sound.
I just go, "Ugh, Molly,
Molly!
Skip.
do it."
Okay,
Sorry.
protect as well. I'm going to back up against the tent that we came out of, and I simply hit in my stomach, and my hand starts to blacken and inflate and fire. springs from the palm, and then it just shoots, and I cast Firebolt.
Alright, and roll for the attack.
That's good though. That's 17.
That is. Go ahead.
Yes.
So that's 1d10, and that's this guy here, but I've never used him the last campaign. Oh, that's 4.
4.
Alright. So the bolt slams into the side of its head where it was hit by Bo. He actually snaps it back in.
Oh my god!
You watch its kind of eyes lull for a second and then comes back with renewed undead strength.
Great. Great. Look at her.
Renewed in the sense that for a second you watch the light flicker out, but it seems to push through by the
That's
Oh, it just goes, who did my work?
I have a little bit of movement left.
You've got 10 feet.
I would like to sidle into the tent that I exited before and just disappear.
Just disappear.
Front and we'll dart across behind Molly to the little tent.
What was the movement on that thing?
40.
Alright. That's your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Molly, you're up.
Much Frump can win everything.
I'm just gonna say 2 more shots. I'm gonna see if I can decapitate. Oh man, I gotta get out of that habit. Secondly, I'm gonna see if I can decapitate. 2 more swings, see if I can decapitate this. That's a 8.
8 misses.
But a 16 does not.
16 does it.
So roll it down. That's 9 points of damage.
Nice.
As the blade sinks into its shoulder and you see it kind of carves in and jams on halfway through the torso, the armor kind of stopping it partway before it lodges in and it kind of leans forward.
Ew.
It's still standing.
Oh.
It's kind of stuck in the abdomen.
Oh, great. Help. Help.
Your turn, Molly.
Oh man.
You know, Molly had such a good part before.
I know.
Swipe at you since you're immediately in front of it. That's an actual 20. I'm rolling some good.
No!
Oh
Oh my god, stop.
Molly's down.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Because he got hit before too.
The tent hole. Your vision goes blurring for a second. You spin across the ground. You're used to the sight of your own blood, but now it's across the grass and dirt. And you start to feel yourself get a bit woozy. It's going to go ahead and spin around and strike you with its open claw with your arm. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Oh.
Man down.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god!
R.I.P. R.I.P.
No!
So you guys watch as the first hit clocks Molly hard. The second one, it's just this clawing uppercut that he just goes backward, dropping one scimitar, the other one being stuck in the body of the undead.
Oh my god!
Glances back towards
Like he has like an amazing moment, then this happens. Oh.
It's into Molly's turn. And the zombie's turn. No, you're up.
Oh my god.
You didn't fall in the water, right?
No. You fell straight back.
I'm immune to fire anyway or something.
Resistance.
Yeah, resistance.
Because of your magical technical
No, but you got it. You just watch Molly go down.
Okay, I will use, seeing one of us die, scares the shit out of me. No, I'm dead forever.
Yeah?
Man, I just started working on a character tonight.
Oh my god!
I start charging out at the beast.
Oh no.
I get about halfway. I fire my crossbow.
You're so brave.
Yay!
Yay! Thank God.
How do you want to do this?
And oh!
The damage is from a critical hit. It doesn't get its undead fortitudes.
Hey.
I think I'll just I'm low to the ground, so probably just in the back of the cab or something. Okay, so and before it falls, I'm gonna turn and run into the tent.
Oh!
I don't even know if I hit.
Shoot her, shoot her.
you turn around towards you. Suddenly, it lurches as the crossbow bolt shatters its kneecap from behind. Its other leg, which has been partially just damaged from the process of getting out when the comments happen, isn't enough to keep it aloft, and you watch as it tumbles back into the fire and just immediately begins to burn as it begins to scream and squeal. As the flames begin to burn and engulf its body before eventually it comes to rest. It's no longer held by this undead magic that keeps it standing, and quiet falls over the encampment. So.
Mad.
Well, I guess the next step is just to make this is an important gesture. What's your turn?
I come running out of the tent,
Okay.
saying, "Oh, Molly, oh shit, oh no, this is out, okay." And I'll go down next to him and I'll just spread the dying cantrip.
It's a cantrip?
Yes. And it took somebody going on God.
It's designed for this moment.
Okay, literally. Yeah, and so that being the case, you become stable. So you're not conscious yet. Oh, but you're stable. You don't have to make it. You don't have to take it.
Can I try to do some like medicine on him? Like, does that heal him at all?
She has desserts.
I have some donuts and some paint supplies.
So, as you're standing here, you watch Molly's no longer bleeding out.
Oh my god.
And she's breathing and kind of coughing in the unconsciousness from the pain. You watch Jester's fiddling through her bag, pulling things out.
You have a 6-pack of donuts, but you don't have to.
Oh my god.
And you're confused.
I'm a cleric. Cleric? What is this? I've never traveled with a bunch of people that I thought would die in front of me, okay? I never needed the healer's kit before.
Well, congratulations. You're the cleric now.
You have a healer's kit? Oh my god.
I'm just going to give it to her. Here, it's a gift. Congratulations on us. You being
That's mighty proud.
the new group.
How do I use this?
Oh no, she's not.
Oh no.
Open it and rummage through a bunch of shit.
Oh no.
Extract or
sprinkle.
I'll say for the instance of this, since it's not necessarily the immediate danger of him dying off, go ahead and make a medicine check.
So I question is how is met with killing off characters?
Yeah.
Yes.
What have you done?
Because that sounds like some D&D is they don't
Yeah.
kill them off. It's just
A 9.
Okay, I'll say he's still unconscious. He'll recover, and given a little bit of time, he'll come back to consciousness. Maybe 10 minutes or so. You can probably eventually through the use of strong vapors or something. You can bring him back from the break. And at this point, the rest of the
it's just dead right now.
R.I.P. Molly.
currently.
It's sad because he's such a good moment, and then it's the thing got stuck. Hey, look at him.
Roll in 10%.
Make a judgment.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, Sam!
There's a unique smell to the inside, and you kind of smelled it before, but it catches you very strongly now that there's quiet, you're not focused on anything else. A very faint smell of brimstone that just kind of lingers within the tent. Mingling with the wet grass, and you look like a single girl.
His pumpkin scrabbles up your back onto your shoulder, and I'm watching everything from my height.
No.
Okay.
I immediately got down and started searching the guard.
Okay.
Yeah, we should take some of. What if is any of their armor still usable? Because we can pretend we're guards for some reason.
The one that he cleaved, the armor is not functional at all. The other one, the last one to die, the armor is still functional. It's dented and beat up, but it's still functional. There's the kind of the slightly tarnished brass armor, then there's the red maroon color, and it's like a scale mail chest plate and arm plates for it. So it could be used, but it's still a big piece of armor. You have to let it rather wear it.
You still crown guard.
You both.
Yes, it's so yeah. Are they still?
About, yeah.
We should get out of here soon though, because guards could be coming.
Did anybody see what happened? Or that hell stove?
The chunk of.
You saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not twins. They're merged like, where the gods?
Oh no.
The rest are more cunning? Or is this all of them?
Probably more kind.
But we can't think of that.
We should hide the evidence.
What?
I don't know.
No, who should run where?
Oh god. Oh god.
Head in my lap and I'm just slapping his cheeks.
Consistently.
Well, as you continue to search through, aside from the armor that seems to be functional, each of them have a basic longsword.
Because my sword is better than just.
Yes, which can be pulled out. And between the two of them, you
I feel
can
so
gather about 6 gold pieces and 4 silver pieces.
I don't want to get these folks in any trouble. How far is it from here to the lake?
Glancing off to the side, you can see the lake is maybe 400 to 500 feet to the north.
I would say we could drag them home in the lake to avoid suspicion. Corner.
That's nice.
How well did the fire burn the other's body? Did it do pretty well? Or is it still
Pretty burnt. And like I said, the maroon robes on the one that the armor is damaged can possibly be salvaged. The armor on the one that's burned can be used. The robes or the maroon cloth is burned away entirely, and the armor looks like it's been burned. It has black and charcoal edges to it.
Now do you feel Pumpkin's claws swollen to a little bit like squeeze into your shoulder?
What? I look around.
Okay. There's some. If you're right there, you're not that far from the tent. You go ahead and head back, and you see he's not at the outside of the tent.
The smell of sulfur, brimstone, do I know that it's probably, do I figure that it's probably the residual from the big toad guy, or is there a substance in the room that is causing it?
Make a religion check.
Ooh.
One.
One.
After all those 20s.
Right, rolling all the 20s.
Yeah.
Before she went there.
That's taken two.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of try to get out of the tent through the side, like underneath the side and towards the horse, yeah, back there. Easy enough to
Okay. You glance over and you don't see Caleb. You do see Ford is in the process of looking at the area. You walk up. Even Caleb's nowhere near the tent on the outside. You open where it is.
No.
Aw.
Have you seen Caleb?
No, not yet. Is he okay? Did he live?
Oh.
Did everyone live?
You got his little cat right there on your shoulder.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, so he can't be far.
We need to get out of here. We need to follow after that toad.
Okay. There's horses around here. Let's steal them.
It's actually not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We can put Wally on the back of the wagon.
Oh my gosh.
True.
And the guard bodies too. That way we can drop them off away from the carnival, and people won't think it's related.
Oh my god.
I'm a very wise person.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Okay,
Oh, here we go.
Who wants to help me with the one totally charred body?
I'll go pick him up and just carry him.
And
Well,
I'll
the impressive
grab
display of physical strength, the little adorable tiefling without an issue just lifts the charred bits of burnt wood and charcoal.
Never will know.
I grab the other body and start dragging it.
Orna kind of gives a hand and helps you. The Knot sisters just look like they want to dissolve this whole scenario, and they look you're about to fully the building.
Might I just point out real quick? Up to this point, we are fugitives who haven't committed a crime. But starting now, we will be fugitives who
Yeah.
have committed a crime. So are we sure we want to do this?
I mean, it's either that or leave the carnival and take the fall for what is 2 dead crows.
Yeah.
All right, then, let's go. But I have to.
Great.
find him.
Great.
He comes out and just starts helping push the bodies onto the. Doesn't say anything, but just starts pushing bodies onto the back.
Where'd you go?
This is not my thing.
This is not my thing.
I'm not brave.
Yeah,
You shot shit out of your hands. I don't think you went off. That was really good.
We can do that later.
Add my name to that list.
Have you smelled Jester?
Like normal. Look.
Maybe we could jump in and just try and backtrack with the car.
I'm sure the correct smell.
As we've been riding, have we seen any tracks that look like they might have belonged to the toad since it was
Oh, good question.
Make a survival check.
parks?
Oh. Damn. Oh my god.
Even with your dark vision, it's hard to make out too many details. And there's a lot of foot traffic in here, it seems, along the banks of the river at different points during the day. There's not a lot of light. I'm unable to pick any tracks really.
We dump the bodies, and then I'll get out, and I'll try to make the tracks go away for a little bit. I'll just like walk up the path and like this with the.
Well, I would just get rid of the wagon.
Yeah, but the wagon will come from the car and go straight to the bodies. Isn't that weird?
And you have to erase the tracks all the way back to, how far back are you willing to go?
Yeah, so,
What's the plan here? Are we going to flee?
I think we have to go back to the inn, right?
Yes, because,
once it's done,
and I know everybody's in deep shit, I understand that.
Everyone's in deep shit.
My question is, are we cutting and running?
No.
Are we cutting and running?
we can't just leave.
Oh, okay.
We do it all the time.
Well,
Let's just see if we can find the toad. The sun starts to break.
Oh god.
so are we dumping these bodies or what?
Yes.
Okay, so you move the bodies from the carts. Are you dumping them just on the shoreline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ew.
The two transformed guard corpses now lie there, one an ashy mess, the other in 3 pieces. Left one on the bank of the water.
I get out and I start positioning them like maybe they were having a romantic twist.
I'm gonna help Jester try and clear the tracks while she positions bodies.
Make a survival check.
8.
Alright, so you guys.
Anybody else want to look for some toad prints?
Well, we're gonna go along the north way, right?
So we've been doing that already.
If we try and cover the wagon tracks as much as we can, and then follow the embankment and try and ride the horses and the cart along the water, it'll hide our tracks as we move northward.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Who are you?
That's actually a great idea.
That's really clever.
Nah.
Why would you even think that?
She's all about shady shit.
Shit.
You understand.
Maybe, I don't know, I don't think about it. Ow!
Aww.
Ow!
It's only two.
Ow!
Photographs of the people on the boat doing anything different.
You glance back over and you can see the boat seems to have moved a little bit further away and has come up to the bank. It looks like it's kind of hitting land.
Which, towards us?
No, a little bit further away and then it's hit the land. The figures are currently taking things away.
Like, I would never want to get close. Even if it's a fisherman, like, you never know.
Yeah.
Because they might be bait for something
The north
else.
isn't the water.
Okay.
If you hit the water at the bottom of the water,
The toad went due north,
Can I see
like straight
any?
into the water?
then that's the direction it's traveling.
Can I look for toad tracks?
Make a survival check.
Come on, don't roll things fucking dice.
Roll a sim.
That was a lot.
That was a whole lot of rolls. Survival 11.
11.
It's hard to really make out what tracks are what. You do see a few heavy impacts in the mud. Some of them looks like it could have been just the body being rolled, but not too far from where you are. There's like one big smack in the mud, like something heavy impacted.
Oh.
Oh, look at this. This is definitely toad tracks.
In the shape that it's in, this print, are there toes pointing in a specific
I'm
direction?
gonna look at
Make an
this.
investigation check.
I'm also gonna just, also break my short
Break your short rest.
Good.
Look at 'em.
14. Looking at it, you can see the heavy impact has a few subtler imprints There do appear to be 2 hands and 2 feet, though the water has washed in and kind of gotten rid of a lot of the details at this point. You can vaguely tell that they appear to be facing towards the water.
What's... It lobbies the toad.
Oh God.
How many people in the boat?
2.
How many people are we looking for?
1 and a giant toe. A girl.
2 people.
These silhouettes, do these silhouettes look proportionate to each other, or are they?
They look proportionate to each other.
Does one look like
I don't. See, the thing is though, is like when they go by them, it might not actually be people. It could be like an illusion.
Some more zombies.
Yeah.
Way to the fishermen.
'Cause I don't know. Like honestly, I would like to see more like with the toad, like what they can actually
The
do.
direction of the city, like the city is west.
You know, some like creatures have the ability to make it look like humans, and they
Yeah.
draw in their prey.
City's on the lake, so we're just around the edge
Yeah,
of the lake.
exactly.
I mean, we should probably keep heading away from the city, right?
It depends on what we're going to do. We were chasing it, so it seems like we need to find a boat and go out into the water.
So get toward that boat that you
Oh
went.
God.
What is it, that boat?
If we go towards the toad, we're going to find the toad.
Well, no, we're just going to find the toad. Right? You said this, and we're camping and waiting and resting.
The other thing we can do, but it will take some time, in about an hour. Pumpkin is a cat, but Pumpkin does not need to be a cat. So I could fly over as well, but any time.
Frumpkin needs love. Need more love.
I'm actively tracking this creature, aren't I, on a certain level?
I mean, if you want to, you haven't yet decided to.
I hadn't really thought about it.
That's one of the requests.
It's something I can in theory do.
Because you used your blood on it?
No, I can just, I mean, like, this would also break my short rest though.
Well, actually, that's like the points of expediency. The time it's taking coming out of these discussions, the edge is pushing like 2:33 in the morning now, and both of you have finished their short rest, so you can use your.
I'm gonna use Hunter's Bane really quickly and just kind of look at the.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you get your blood now. Like you can use your hit dice if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do both.
Now, how long? I want to know this. How many turns does it take for somebody to either fully heal or half heal? Because I know sometimes you have to skip like a whole day for some things to come
I
back.
bet you have a thing where you can click it on.
No, 12 hit points, which is better.
That's better. There you go. 12. Better than 1.
Yeah.
But I also, yay, 12 hit points. I'm gonna see if I can help with the tracking, because I'm gonna start actively tracking this.
You have an advantage. Survival damage. Which I have advantage on. You have advantage on this defeat.
I have an hour to do some ritual casting.
18.
18. Okay. Looking at the imprints, you begin to follow back the direction of the carnival, and you can see the path. It was a beeline towards Boots Rock. And looking across the way, I mean, the best you can tell is the water picks up. There's no trail to pick up in the water. But looking at the trajectory, it looks like it was very intently making its way.
Because it was making like big leaps and bounds, so.
Many more tracks and making it difficult to follow.
The water. I think he's trying to swim all the way to the other side. Do you think he's just going around?
Oh God.
We're not lucky enough to have any small boats along the shores.
Not near you. There's the one that you saw.
I was just gonna say, I mean, even if we find this thing, if we rest camping out, we're not at the tavern.
We've got like 4 hours left somewhere.
Do any of us know what's beyond, like what's on the other side of this lake? Is it a mountain?
Straight across.
I mean, the other side of the lake, from what you know, because you guys are traveling southward towards it, there's sort of a bulge in the landmass in the center, too large to be the toad, but it does seem to break up the water horizon from that like vantage point.
We are handicapped. How do we feel about the knowledge that it's somewhere here in the lake, perhaps, or the other side? Start going back tomorrow. Make sure avoid suspicion of where it
Maybe we'll keep tracking it after you sleep.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. Could be.
It's not going to track. It's going to details of specific.
I would definitely do not know how. Sorry.
Just like the interactive. You still need to have things to follow. You can read, damage in the forest. It's easily barreled through. Follow tracks. You can see blood splatter. Even any sort of thing that can give you an idea of where something is of those types of creatures.
Do I know what he was, by the way?
He's a fiend.
But, do I know, if he
With the knowledge of being a fiend, go ahead and make a religion check.
I get.
Please.
You do, actually.
Religion check? 15.
Oh, what's the name?
Now that they mentioned fiend, it seems familiar.
Oh no.
But the most you can get is memory of that you don't quite know where it came from, but this memory of horrible toad-like demonic creatures that exist far east of Jorahs. That's as much as you can recall. But you're definitely sitting here now with this memory that comes to mind going, this whole time, this.
Huh.
Yes.
Caleb is too fucking poor to change from his shape around because it's 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs, which I don't have. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a cat.
No.
10 gold pieces. I need incense, herbs, charcoal.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, I'm just talking about in my accent.
I'm just talking
I reach in, I've got some incense.
Charcoal.
Isn't this
I like how they share what's in their inventory. Like, oh, you can have this.
The elements of that guard's body are charcoal now.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go back and light the fire. Yeah.
There'll also be a fire inside the inn, to be fair.
Yeah.
Charcoal's, it's not like it's hard to get.
And you two seem to be able to move freely without suspicion.
That's true, you can go shopping one. Let's go maintain the illusion of innocence for the evening.
Yeah.
To kind of walk the
Walk
cart
right
off.
Yeah.
And leave it outside town.
Okay.
Never make it all this time.
Alright.
Maybe give the horse a little spank on the ass and send them.
See where it goes.
Joe?
The twins. That random book about fiends has all the answers about the fiend we're chasing. Let's go get it.
Jorahs. The creature from Jorahs. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. We'll see. I'm remembering something. Oh.
Let's go!
Yeah.
We kind of
Just
go along
the
the lake and then off to the edge and we're going to give the horse a slap, send them off past.
Okay.
For horses.
So right, the two fishermen you see are in the process of tying up nets and bags of things. They just kind of stop and watch you guys drive by. Go about the rest of their work. You continue.
See, I always worry whenever you go into like a different town if it's gonna be like gossip town, and people then spread rumors and like, ooh, these people.
And you can land it there, or you can, where you want to send it. You said you want to send it somewhere.
I don't think we would have taken the cart past the fisherman. Were we gonna do that? Just go past the fisherman?
We're gonna head back to the village to a good distance.
How much ground do you think?
Okay.
So what are you doing?
We're taking the cart back to a distance from the city.
That's my
Yeah, and letting the horses run so that
I see. Okay.
send them track off.
I don't think we would have gone right past the fisherman and we're like, would be able to identify us.
Okay.
Using the lake of my tracks.
Okay. So you guys head the opposite direction then for a little ways, kind of back to the field. All right. Who's spooking the horses?
Whack with the stick.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh,
No.
President Joe.
That's not great. Thanks, Travis. Thanks.
Ah.
6.
Shit. Hit a horse?
Frankly, a horse.
The horse just
Well, first kick.
Sure.
Oh,
17.
She better get more luck.
I know.
And there's a split second where you watch its back leg muscle twitch, and you duck out of the way just as its back moves.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk over to the horses and just, they're trained horses.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go whisper in their ear.
Give me anything.
You will shut you.
Oh.
Horse door, new door. Horse.
Oh my god, they're literally having a
Sassy
problem with the
horse.
horse.
I didn't put advantage on it because I knew the animals, did I? Yeah.
You knew the names, but you weren't like, no.
I use thaumaturgy and I make the sound of like a predator behind them.
Okay, I'll give you an animal handling check with advantage. This is fun.
This is fun.
Okay, 13.
Okay.
13. Number 10, guys.
Hey, good job.
Level 2.
Oh my god.
This is robbery. Yeah, I know. With a crack and a heavy echoing snarling sound in the vicinity, both horses kick up and go into a full gallop sprint away from the direction of you. The cart being dragged behind it. They continue to go into the shadow. You don't know how long they're going to go. By the time you guys make it back to the inn, are you guys being careful or are you just walking back?
We're being careful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop checking.
Oh no, why stealth?
What did she just do? Did she just drop herself?
What's it?
I'm going to. Does anybody have shitty stealth?
I am not even, I can't even see myself at this roll. I'm not, yeah.
I'm just gonna give everybody advantage. But here you go.
Aww.
Aww.
Wow, that was bad.
Alright, so. Okay.
Technically my stealth would be 23, but yeah.
11.
Alright, that's fine. So you managed to make it to the Nestled Inn without any prying eyes or anyone seeing too deeply into your movement. You get back to your rooms just as a very, very faint, distant change of black night begins to turn to faint blue morning curling over. So, you guys go to your respective rooms. You want to take a rest? Okay. So you will.
I'm going to take some charcoal out of the remains of the fire.
Okay.
I mean, after all that, they need sleep.
Whatever.
Me. Lovely. In. Night.
Night.
Oh, anything else, Dirty? Alright. You guys complete a long rest. So,
No one died. Well, I mean, Molly.
Molly.
Take the long rest. Do we reset our max hit points when we take a long rest?
yeah, your max hit points? No, okay. I mean, your max hit points, your max hit points.
It'll auto, when you get long rest, it should auto reset.
It should auto.
With DMG Beyond.
Yeah.
It doesn't work
There are two rest buttons. Towards the bottom. Short rest or long rest.
Oh my god.
I fell asleep in my sketchbook like halfway through my drawing of the two zombie cards.
Making out.
Yeah.
They're zombies, so yeah.
Slightly hotter.
That's true.
One arm is like off to the side.
Way hotter.
Yeah.
Alright, so, with full rest completed, consciousness comes to on the outside of Jester's room with the heavy sound of
Oh
Is that the other door? No, I think so.
Why is it always them?
I know.
Can't hold on, she's naked.
I get it.
I'll get it.
Maybe I should get it.
No, I get it. I'll get it. Hello.
Oh no.
the same two Crown Star that you
no.
come the day before.
Did you come back to play some games?
We can tell you that you'll be needed for the investigation in question within the next 3 hours to arrive at the behest of the lawmaster at the stockade.
Why didn't you just come and get us when you were ready for us?
Well, we might want to brush our teeth.
Yeah.
And eat something. Now we have time to.
We'll be back in 3 hours.
Okay.
I miss you already.
Kind of creeping out there, that's all. Alright, so the rest of you come to consciousness. Rested. At this point in time, it's past noon. It's about 2 in the afternoon.
No, not an argument.
Well, these two apparently come on. Then
You're a jerk, though.
he's finishing up with that.
You want
2 o'clock in the afternoon, you said? When we woke up?
Yes.
Oh God.
I'll open the door.
Oh God.
You guys are there?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry to disturb. The investigation will require you in about 3 hours.
I just shut the door.
Why is he so mean?
I was waiting for it.
So, what are you guys doing?
Go down to breakfast? It's Yoda who runs the place, right? I find Yoda. Excuse me, a question about the town.
She's right in the middle of pouring drinks, like, right. What do you need?
Is there a pawn shop anywhere in this city?
If you're looking for strange wares in general,
Yes.
the best look would be burnished Itdale.
No, no.
I mean, you might be able to talk to Lockwood General. Might be interested in buying a few things.
Lockwood?
Lockwood
Lockwood
General.
General. Which
Write down.
That's in the Lockwood then? Lockwood General?
It's about 3 blocks up north.
So I do the same thing. Like you write down the names.
Yeah.
You know everyone's gonna be referenced.
You're down here? I'm always with you.
Aww.
That flask. Yes, you saw that? Yeah, I did see it. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry at all, but
Sorry.
big favor to ask you. That's very valuable that you have. Do you know this name?
Well, would I know that it's made of platinum just from glancing at it and
It's
feeling
very
it?
pretty.
Not great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just an intelligence check.
Yes, you're wrong part.
8.
Oh.
It's very shiny.
Let me explain to you. That little bottle is worth a great deal. It can buy you many full bottles of
But oh.
I'd like to trade
I think
that
it's
for many
mine.
bottles of booze. Many.
That is a tough decision. But this is the only one I have. I only have one flask.
I could buy you another flask that can hold whiskey just as well as that one. And here's the thing, you know that I was very interested in those books. And we came here for books and booze. And you've got a little booze, but we can get a lot. And those books are expensive, and I know that we can get enough money for it. And I really don't feel like pushing our luck with the local in town and going a fast one again.
Oh, but it's so pretty. How about this for a counter offer?
Yes.
Counter offer.
They were worth a total of 13 gold.
Here.
Oh my God.
You should just send me 13 gold.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I like this one. I can't.
I take it by the hand, I let my muscle heads together.
Oh.
I leave.
I leave. Oh.
She got nothing out of it though.
I know.
It's alright, let's go shopping.
Alright, you guys make your way to the
It's
furnished
the only
Itdale.
one. It's kind of mine.
It is open, though there is nobody currently inside the
Ah.
interior. As you kind of go to the door, it opens up, and once you see the same cluttered mess of the inside there across the way, you see the tiny gnome fella, the elderly gnome gentleman who's kind of up on top of his desk, his legs folded over each other, and he's looking through a book right now as he's studying through.
Just as I said, I've returned. I have.
No, he didn't
what's
Of
say
course,
that.
I know.
13 gold for these 2 books that we discussed.
Yes.
I sold it to someone.
Good. I have a little right here.
I don't know.
He kind of like reaches back and has like arrangements all like that. Okay.
Ah!
Eventually he crawls off top the desk, he's down there, puts the 2 books on the top.
Well, I never thought of learning this with you.
Slides them forward to you, counts.
Those are the ones you told me to hold for you, yeah.
Oh, I was asking Matthew. These are the same 2 books.
Yeah.
I was asking Matthew. Are you ripping me off?
Read the last time. Oh, I'm so happy, and I'm saying this out loud to Caleb. Good day to you. Good day. But not like just out dancing on the street with you.
Shop around some more.
We have plans to make with our new friends. Let's go get some breakfast.
Alrighty. So you guys make your way back to the rest of you, come to consciousness, and you're head down to this alley.
Cool.
What's up?
Why are you guys so happy?
Shopping, run.
I've always had it. I just, you never asked.
Oh
my God. I know.
I don't need to know anything more. I'm just happy that you have it, and thankful.
Things among them are pieces of gold.
Oh.
I have more.
I have more.
Aww.
Look at my books.
They're so
It'll
cute.
take you a few hours to go through those books.
Yes.
Okay.
I will start on the one about themes because it is topical.
Alright. Begin to read through it. In the tavern at the table, or you want to read in your room?
No, I'm going to read it here. A good focus.
Can I look at one of your books?
Yeah, go away.
Yeah, go away.
I shot my yesterday into my belt near my dick so she doesn't want to.
I'm not afraid of it.
Oh my God.
She's not your sister anymore.
He gets when he's done That's very focused. It's best not to disturb.
It's an interesting book. It talks about different forms of fiends, demons, the hierarchy of the 9 hells. It talks about myths and stories of devils and demons interfering with the lives of mortals. A lot of it's fables. A lot of it is warnings and things that parents would tell to keep their children from wandering in the darkness. But it does have little tidbits of information about different types. They talk about hornbenders, and they talk about the great and terrible Baal, pig thief. And it seems to be a jumble between both demons and devils.
Okay.
Can I look over his shoulder the whole time he's reading?
Sure, let's see.
No, that's I am in the corner.
In a corner.
It's about 2:30 or 3.
Right now it's about 3, I'd
So
say.
in the next couple of hours, they said they were talking.
Yes.
Should we go look for the toad?
No.
I was going to say.
That's a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
Like 2 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a couple of hours.
Talk about what we're gonna save them. Do we corroborate their stories?
I mean, we tell the truth, we did nothing wrong.
That's right. We were in this inn the whole time.
That's true. Yeah.
I was
Sure.
thinking that if we get out of there tonight, fingers crossed, we should probably think about acquiring some sort of vessel, explore the lake.
We can definitely steal a boat.
Or I may be able to arrange free passage on the vessel.
What crowd?
I have a little map with,
He was a sailor.
unimportant.
That's how I met him.
Oh.
For a bit.
That's pretty.
How long was that for?
2 years.
As soon as Caleb looks up and look at his
Oh my God.
What is it about?
This is about grumpkins and periwinkles and
Are there drawings of them?
occasional drawings. There's no penises drawn in this book.
There's no penises drawn in the book.
Only toad creatures.
You do find one interesting tidbit of information that piques your interest.
I'm
He has it written down? Oh,
Oh. I love that.
First I
If he decides he wants to share, it's up to him.
Leave me alone, I'm reading.
Dale, we're bored. Tell us a story.
He should have stayed in his room.
Do you see with the light?
Yeah. Get rid of it now.
So, you're very acquainted with semen and just on the water for so long.
Sure am.
Have you heard that joke a lot? Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets funnier every time. It's all the delivery.
It's all the delivery.
The first like 12 times I said it.
Thank you, I'm very proud of that.
Do you semen
Oh my god.
cloisters in Charleston walls?
Cloisters.
Clusters of semen around the
Is it too early in the campaign?
Oh my god!
Matt is dying.
So as Ford slowly walks away from the table, not engaging with comedic adventures.
I've heard people talking about nightmares in the past couple of days. Not Liam, but Caleb.
No, he didn't inquire or question.
Looks like Liam has cat ears because of the
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chocker block with a lot of things. Most of it probably untrue and stories to scale or different. But there's something in here called some sort of demon that is described as being fat on all tongues and talks about. I mean, this is too coincidental. It can't be the thing. What are the odds of something being in this book? And it's what we're chasing today. This is describing some sort of scaled demon that feeds on the people in the night when they're sleeping.
Okay.
And it leaves corrupted
Zombies?
undead corpses.
Oh.
That is what they look like. They look like us.
They did look like us.
But is that how you say it?
Does this book is it of this town or like?
Oh no, this is just it's a general book about
General book could be
anywhere, anything. It doesn't need to mention locations. It's just this is some lore about devils and demons.
Howard's been around for a while though, and this is new. I feel like. I mean, was there nothing? Was I just not? I mean, not that well. I mean, of everybody, at least.
You haven't heard the word Nergaland. As
soon as he says that, it triggers something in your brain, and that kind of thought you had the other night clicks. Then that's what it was, so to speak. Nurgle.
I haven't heard that word before.
Because that's what I'm talking about here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, why can't I remember? It was so long ago.
Oh, okay, so what was Mr. Frogman's diet?
Mrs. Diet.
What do you
eat? Things.
I mean, like, things like what we had.
It seemed like a lizard man, from what you knew and experienced. And he thought he was fine, though there was no real draw to him.
You never noticed him eating people before?
I feel like I would have taken note of it. I don't necessarily know I would have commented on it, but I would have noted. And there was not noted.
Once again, I have no idea if this is the creature that we're in pursuit of.
I mean, it seems pretty similar.
Not eating the food, but siphoning the life off of mortal creatures, but not to the point of death or harming them. They might not even.
It could be in the same family line.
That it's happened.
That's what was happening to Toya, and maybe all of you.
It says that this thing has two types of feeding. One is slow and unnoticeable, maybe, and one is quick with much pain and anguish.
Does it say anything about it hiding in the water?
No.
Does it say anything about it liking the sound of song?
Which way is Soros?
That's not
Monarchy.
Is it related at all to the periwinkles that you were talking about?
I don't think those are reasons
It's not possible he's trying to head back after us. I said out loud.
I think we fell both the fast and the slow.
Howard was not a talker.
Listen, say how to kill it.
Oh.
Yeah, like you said, vulnerable.
Stabbing.
Well, most fiends are weak to, like, holy damage, right?
Your religion check.
So I also do, every time someone, I'm just thinking about everything I hear.
Sure.
She keeps
No,
dropping it.
14? I mean, you don't get the idea that most devil demons have a vulnerability to radiant holy damage. Some might, some don't, but you weren't able to read on this. And the book you have is informative from an encyclopedia standpoint. It's, it's just a sort of a storytelling and an informative thing, but it's not a catalog about all the aspects and details of this creature.
It's a kid's encyclopedia Britannica, and scanning through, just saw one thing that
That popped out. Yeah, you're like, what?
Can I ask, with my intelligence score of 18 and the keen mind that I have, could we say that Caleb is a speed reader?
Comparison to some, maybe. Yeah. Okay. You're not Johnny Five South.
Not magic. I don't
Yeah, you can read. Spend a lot of time by yourself reading.
Oh my god.
Clusters of seeing.
Oh my god.
It was funny when it was just implied.
Oh.
You can paint it across the wall.
Always funny. Always.
We're talking about masturbation.
Oh.
Consider Caleb as a speed reader.
From the window. Alright, so, as you guys are having this discussion, the two guards that had come in earlier come through the main door earlier than 3 hours you anticipated, with another guard in tow. And as they rush in, they glance over the room and see you, and make a beeline to your table.
Okay.
In a very kind of huff bit of energy, saying,
Oh no.
You are absolved of meeting this afternoon. We'll pick this up tomorrow.
Why?
Oh, what?
Wait, what?
There have been a series of murders within the Crown's Guard that we are investigating as well.
Oh.
This will be part of the investigation tomorrow. You are not to leave.
Oh my god.
Hell, obviously we have nothing to do with it if people are hurt outside.
They're gonna the bodies.
How are we absolved, but yet we
They're gonna end up finding the bodies. Because if they're investigating more of this, then
It's all of today.
they have an extra
So
like
come back
hours.
tomorrow and be questioned. We've arrested Orna. We have members of the carnival that are seeking at the moment.
You should pick better words next time. They're slightly more clear.
We'll return tomorrow. And they leave in frustrated huff.
Well, our dudes got freed up.
There's still something. Oh.
You can read that in a book.
I could also, so here's the thing about my cat is a cat, definitely a cat, but it's also kind of a vague creature, and if I have an hour, it doesn't have to be a cat, it can temporarily be a bird.
How much did you say it cost?
Well, I have a lot of charcoal now, and you said you have incense on me?
I go into my bag and I've got some old weird, I've got a weird little...
You've got about 8 silvers worth of incense.
Oh, damn.
And it's in a very strange, ornate bag that's just covered in strange gems.
Okay.
Always smell
Like it's not champa. It's just not champa all over.
It's masking the faint scent of force done.
Oh god.
Yes.
What else do you need?
Not at all, don't worry, don't.
Not that,
Is that a great little or incense?
Yes, I prefer him. I prefer him as a cat, to be honest, but, you know, in a pinch.
Anything else besides the burger?
Well, not any kind of creature, but I've made him an octopus once. There was this one
Oh.
time when
I remember that.
Nott was very high up in a burning building, and
Oh, no.
had no way to get him down, and
I jumped onto the octopus and it served as some sort of a landing pad. It killed the octopus, but I lived.
so you can.
But I lived.
Octopuses are very smart.
Well, I mean,
I didn't say I was very
Enough
smart.
about the pastries already.
It can be killed is an important thing to know. I only mean if it's important to you in a moment of danger, I would try to save it. But if that's not important,
No, I mean, you know, it can be pricey to, you know, keep bringing him back and all that, but he's, no, you can't kill him.
that's very true. So you were saying
She's eating me twice.
I was very hungry.
All the time, I'll probably.
I was very hungry.
Upstairs.
Counting calories.
Do you have that pot I could borrow?
Jordan was currently processing, sitting down and checking something underneath the bars. So what was that?
I was hoping you had an iron pot I could borrow for, never mind, I used this stuff. I'll borrow those.
Yes, of course. We're at that point.
How much is the,
It's 10 gold.
no, you're gonna need to go out and buy some.
That's why I.
Buy some what, incense?
Yeah, we need, okay, so this is, you know, this is a joke. I need to actually go to the incense store.
Oh God.
All in incense, yeah.
Well,
For
look,
this plan to work.
there is the remedy store that you've seen before. That'd be the place to have any sort of incense and herbal type.
I've been to one of these places. It's called Natural Remedies, Herbs and Medicinal Things. It's up the street a bit.
And do you have 10 gold?
Oh my god.
Maybe.
You're going through gold very quickly.
Yeah, really.
Or I could sneak around.
You can sneak them
I could help
That
Okay.
sounds fun.
up. No.
In trouble.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Let's save our strength for
If we
later.
have the gold, that's the safest.
it's an easy.
I'm in for a penny. I'm gonna throw a gold in there as well.
That's what sucks about like what Caleb has to do because like he has to buy all this stuff.
I'm in the game.
Okay, I'll put one in, then you have own it.
Okay, so yeah. Alright, so you have gold. We'll say for the purposes of expediency, it's easy enough to go and purchase the necessary incense, and it's quite a bit. Like it's for the purposes of this ritual, what you've done before, it's quite a cost you have to assemble for this. The chalks and masks, the other materials you need for it.
Just a Lester opener person. That's it, like Primo.
Yeah. So, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to my room, and it takes me an hour to do this, hour and 10 minutes to be exact. But I put
Get so into it.
Is that maybe the longest baseball?
Oh my
I don't
god.
know, you guys have been face palm pretty long before.
So I go upstairs to cast find.
Come on, there we are slow.
Boy, I
And
found him.
what form? Okay. And with that, as you finish the concentration, you watch as the cat form shimmers and condenses into this tiny little cluster of what looks almost like corn before it sprouts wings and
Okay.
that's
That's
usual.
so cool.
Ooh.
Sorry, I know this is not your preferred home, but
No.
it's only temporary until I get 10 more. So
You guys, after waiting patiently and talking amongst yourselves, Caleb removes with the tiny sparrow.
yes. Yeah, he lands on Molly's phone.
Oh.
Right here?
On his phone, yes.
Oh.
Oh, this is the lumpiest little bird I've ever
Ah.
Is his name still Frumpkins? It's just a bird now.
seen.
Yes.
Let's over to Jester's phone.
Oh.
Special and blessed, you guys.
Look like a princess.
So, is this what we're doing? I can't go.
With their
They can separate.
they do separate.
What is?
Oh, you're thinking of Kari and yeah, Trey and Kari. They were an act before. Like they were an actor as long as I can remember, right? They were. As long as I remember, yeah. Yeah, I've never not known them as an act.
I thought when we talked to them, they said that Toya came after Kyrie. They joined the circus at separate times.
That's what they told you?
When we were investigating,
We gave them a hard,
Oh my god.
you know,
bad cop.
That's when they try to go against together. I was like, no.
yeah, and
I'm just a bad cop.
hard information from them, and then
You're not leaving here.
yeah, and I was like, don't worry, she won't hurt you. I'll be right back.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, and then
I'm crazy.
everything, and they were like, we're a fiend, and she's like, I'm a little girl.
I'm a little girl.
Confess to being a little girl.
She confessed to being a little girl.
Yeah.
Empty positions at the circus for this too.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like maybe that might be a thing.
You said it's mostly an act. What's the not mostly about?
Well, I mean, everyone's got some weird.
I mean, what they could do is put on another act, like make an actual one, and then they all do a circus, and the guy comes back.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're a bit strange, you got something you can do.
Swashbuckling swordsman like you.
No.
No.
She's like,
No.
Did they cut themselves like you?
Oh, well, that's a complicated conversation, but no.
So, you guys are super easy to lie to. No offense or anything. So they lied to them, which means...
no, they didn't lie to us.
We meted out the truth.
They told us the truth.
We cracked the case wide open.
Yeah.
She's a little girl, to be fair.
She's a little girl, to be fair.
No.
Toya. Unless
That's a toy.
the big frog man, you said that he can leech the life force from people.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
What if Toya is a fully grown adult woman?
Oh.
Oh.
Slowly leeching
Oh.
husk.
Toya's not a fully grown adult woman.
She's a tiny, full-grown person.
She's a dwarf.
And that's why she.
Oh, she's just a dwarf.
Is she a full grown?
Okay, that makes more sense. When you say that.
I mean, that was like a theory.
It seemed like she was shrunken down from back here.
That's so offensive.
That's so offensive.
His baby's bottle, and then once in a while he wants an extra snack.
I've never seen him, but I think you're right, but I don't know how he's managed to go this long. Like, why now? Why in front of all those people?
What if
That's
he's
weird.
like one of those creatures that lives on the bottom of the sea, and she's not actually even a person? She's just like this.
Yep.
What if he's tentacles?
Like we just talked about that before.
Yes, tentacles now.
He said.
Tentacles. Dwarf tentacles. That's it. I think we know all we need to know.
I think he is feeding off of her.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I'm not sure. I mean,
You never noticed Joya acting weird? You were never like, oh, this is a strange...
Shins.
Yeah, but there's a difference between quirky weird and
Quirky weird.
This person's life force is being siphoned away.
There is, and it's the difference between being in a carnival and not being in a carnival.
Then why were you with the carnival?
Because I'm weird.
Because I'm weird!
That tracks.
I mean, it's putting together. He was never that talkative. He was never. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
What are they doing?
Let's go find a damn code.
Can I use my communications to change into that older gray-haired farmer?
Sure, easily enough. This one is close to 7. We have another 3 minutes before it sets.
Let's go.
Alright.
On the way out.
Bless you.
On the way out, I'm just gonna grab some booze from the bar to fill up my platinum flask, or to fill it up with.
Okay, we'll say for that, that'll run you about, let's see, fine liquor, about 2 slippers.
Okay. I'll mark it down.
Make it
Second
down.
class.
Beyond.
That's sponsored.
That bar's out. Alright, liquor refilled. You go towards the window, you all gather and glance out, and in the alley below, The inn at the edge of the alley is a station Crown Guard that hasn't been before. Immediately get the sense that the sudden murder of 2 Crown Guard being discovered in the vicinity, they may have beefed their security.
Oh no!
Is guarding kind of the alley's exit on the main
Are you
street.
freaking
They're
kidding?
looking away at the moment onto the road, but occasionally glance over their shoulder into the alley. But there appears to be a little more of a security setup.
I can do that. Sure. So I'll, do you want to come along with this little escapade?
Yes, I'm a good talker when I have to be.
As am I.
No.
Enough of this.
I'll keep it at that.
I am not the right man to talk for this.
So I'll head up in front.
Okay, you know, is that issue?
Can I locate the Crown Guard?
Easy enough. But as you exit the tavern, you can see where once there were 2 guards kind of sitting in the front, there's now 3, and there are 2 guards stationed across the street that are keeping a watch. It looks like everyone's kind of on high alert since they've had some of their own Crown Guard. But yeah, you make your way around the corner, through the T intersection to
This
the
sucks
other
though.
road that.
Because even if they see them leaving, it's gonna be more
Main
sus.
street that crosses in front of the Nook, and you see the guard stationed at the outside, who's kind of leaning up against the wall, arms crossed, just looking back and forth.
Can I run up to him and say, you please?
Oh my god.
Over here, I see one of those creatures, and it's tearing into all its horrible. Please, come quickly.
Make a deception check.
Oh,
no.
Please. Please.
Fitting.
15? You guys, which way? Please, point and show me.
There's this way, quickly, please.
And he goes and grabs his blade and draws it out, and it gives a jump after him. Make a self check.
Oh no.
Guys.
Please.
Rolling right now.
Uh-huh.
It's every roll after. Oh, thank God.
There goes, oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No, it's a 1.
It's a 1!
18.
Why?
Where are we on us front?
Alright, we got this.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Alright.
You know, if it's binary, 1 means.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, between the 3 of you making the check, that's still a majority success.
Okay, okay.
Oh, wow.
But you do pop your ankle when you land.
She pops her
Oh.
That was being kind. You sprain your ankle a little bit as you land, and kind of hop behind, but the 3 of you make your way past the alley without issue.
Does she have disadvantage on all checks for the next 2 days?
That's why we don't have a rule.
Angels affecting my wisdom. Affecting my family's history.
Alright, so the 3 of you dart on the outside and make your way down the alley behind what looks to be a cluster of empty rain barrels that are set up to catch during storms. And you appear to have managed to just avoid the sight of the guarding Crown Guard on the outside of the inn. Caleb, what are you guys doing?
We are sort of scouting the way nonchalantly, I would imagine.
Okay, are you going? Okay, well, you're.
I'm with you.
They guarded off into the alley. What are you guys doing?
Just make our way to the outskirts of town.
I said that I would be on lookout for you, so. Wait, they went to the alley to go?
While he was distracting him, you saw the guard leave and move forward.
Right?
No, we can stay in the open. I send Frumpkin up into the air over the party.
Alright.
So we're just going out in the open to the water.
We can also follow the bird.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys lead the way. You guys give us a little signal. If you guys see
That's gonna go terribly wrong.
what the fuck?
You haven't caught up to your first lot yet.
I missed your
So I do a little take your hand, and I'm watching them from above.
Okay, so that you, okay, so the 2 of you make your way towards the dock slowly.
I'm totally acting like I see everything.
I see.
I have my good
Yeah, no worry.
Okay.
Oh.
You guide for 2.5 blocks, and the guard's still like Where is it?
I look over my shoulder and keep kind of running.
Oh my goodness.
What are you like? What? Who are you?
Oh no!
Why are you following me?
Oh no.
You called me to. You said there was one of them.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
My son.
Have you received my son? What's your name?
Sheathes the blade.
Aww.
Yeah. Do you have any coin?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
He walks up and slaps you across the
Oh! What the fuck?
You're wasting our time.
Oh my
Who
god.
would do that? Oh my god!
Like, I get that they have to do it,
Yeah.
but dude, chill.
Okay. You all managed to slowly make your way towards the outskirts of the useful lockdown to where the majority of the docks are set up on the lake itself. You can see a lot of the boats, since the lights gone on, most boats have now come back in, and they're bringing their hauls out. So they have small nets and baskets filled with fish they pop while they're out there. Small crustaceans. Most of them are in the process of just offloading and lofting up and tying up the boats. What do you guys think?
Perhaps the best thing to do is to rent a boat, not steal a boat across the long
We should talk to people.
Actually, I think we may be able to avoid any kind of trade curves. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a boat that will accommodate all of us and see if we might find and as a sailor,
I'm gonna go with what?
apparently I'm able to acquire free passage on ship.
You
That's so convenient.
You walk up.
What?
There's one.
Talk the talk and
Yeah.
maybe
One of the larger fishing vessels that can carry some of your size, as well as a couple of others, has already been pulled in. Most everyone's been loaded off. You can see there's one gentleman in his mid-40s, a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow on his chin. Looks like a small scar across the bottom of it. He has like a heavy knitted cap that's kind of folded back onto the front of his shoulders, and a long coat. And as he's standing there, he looks over you and watches you approach, and kind of taking a rope and tying it around the edge.
Hello there. I was hoping perhaps I could trouble you. We're trying to make our way out into the lake. Some of my companions and I, for a small day trip, we haven't quite been out on the lake. Not this one. Is there a chance we could trade some work on your day's journey for some travel?
I mean, if you're looking for just someone to take you around the lake, I could do that for a bit of coin, sure.
I'm sorry, we're a bit light on coin. Is there anything perhaps we could help you with around here in trade?
Kind of glances at your hands as you're talking. Like a hard worker?
Indeed. Yes,
So I like that. It's like a trade with. Okay.
Where are you from?
Port Demali.
So you're in a ship hand before. See the cracks in the fingers.
That never go away.
Yeah.
What's his name? So just looking for a joyride.
Yes. Help me. Look a bit more impressive in the eyes of my younger comrades.
Tell you what. I'll take you around. Get a bottle to take more out there. Call her even.
Much obliged.
Okay.
He goes and starts getting the boat ready to go back out in the lake.
Back. It fucking worked.
Congrats.
Thanks. We should go.
So he's getting ready. If the trade was to bring a bottle.
A bottle. You don't have to carry any fine fireworks can, do you?
Nope.
Right. If I gave you some money, could you go pick us up a nice bottle of some stuff?
Yes.
I don't trust you.
Yes. I don't trust you.
Okay.
Yes, you can
I don't
definitely
trust you.
I don't trust you either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you.
I don't trust you.
That's so sad.
Keep the change.
No.
No.
I'll be right back. I go get
Oh my god.
The bottles.
boy.
Well, a bottle fine wine.
One for me.
Whoa!
A bottle of basic wine gets you about gold.
Some box wine
Yeah,
shit.
this is some $2 Chuck style wine.
You can't come back with $10 wine if I said I was broke.
Exactly.
$2 But yeah, you spend the gold and you get a bottle of cheap wine. Make your way back to the boat and.
Decide while she's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very smart. It almost sounded like you actually did it for me.
Right? Yeah.
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 I mean, I like that voice. I like this voice too, though.
Oh, well, I'm glad.
Oh.
I'm kind of partial to myself.
Yeah. I like it. You can keep doing it.
You can keep doing it.
As you return to the bottle, you all get onto the boat. The older gentleman, as you all get on, introduces himself. Hey, I'm Noah. This is my vessel. I'll take you where you need to go. What that's where you're headed? Want you still pass on the lake and back, or?
Where are we headed?
Wait, are you still in Vernon?
No. There's beautiful islands out in the different views of Lock.
As he pulls the rest of the rope and you guys are on board, it stops. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm lost in that shit. Then I to the eyes or something.
I've never seen a lake before this one, so first island, it's a big moment.
Goes and gets his paddle out and begins making it from others. Well, there's only 2 islands out there. There's a piece of shit and then there's Crooked Stone.
What's Crooked Stone?
Crooked Stone used to be an old witch wood about 100 years ago.
Okay.
No one goes over to Crooked Stone.
Well, they're gonna go over there.
Mr. Crooked Stone.
That is our siren's call.
It's a piece of shite. What's the name of the other one?
It's too
Big
small.
one? Oh, so the big one is Crooked Stone?
Go.
They're going there, aren't they?
That sounds like fun.
They're gonna go there.
Yeah, you guys aren't actually
He
afraid of
puts the
something.
oar down.
Oh.
You monster!
You really are very big to me to judge. The Crooked Stone, he picks up his oar and gets paddling.
I mean, what about this witch?
We're gonna deal with the wish.
One died many years ago, and no one goes around saying it's cursed land.
Great.
You see it for yourself, so
Oh.
Did you ever work on her nose?
well, don't really do it which one.
Did she wear a hat?
Did you wear a hat?
Would you like?
But I would expect such.
Right?
Takes up the sway as you guys need to make your way towards the center of the lock.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I haven't come to the front of the boat so we can check out the waters as we're going, just for everything.
Sure, both of you make perception checks.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled as well.
And then just all
Man, that's what they do with witches. It's gonna be like, oh.
Oh,
Are you okay?
Ma'am?
Are you okay?
I'm drinking tons of whiskey because I'm super scared to be on the water.
Aww.
Okay.
Smooth.
For future note, if everyone's gonna make a perception check, we may have a few folks, take helmet and everyone aiding their role. Just to really kind of like a barrage of perception. Like, they failed, I do it. They failed, I do it.
Yeah.
Right, because that gets a little. Alright, so as you guys keep watch over the edge of the water, heading into the sky darkens, heading towards Crooked Stone Island in the center of the East Lock. Prepare yourselves, whatever you'll find there. Morning break.
Here we go.
Oh.
It's time. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, roughly. We'll try 10 minutes, so we get a little bathroom break. We'll be back here shortly. Make sure to stick around for the video at the break, in which we have our Wormwood contest to win some awesome Wormwood stuff. So keep an eye. We'll be back here in a little bit.
Dude,
See you soon.
this is the thing. Like, if they didn't take a break,
I know.
because
like 2
like,
hours
no,
is a
that's
lot.
4 hours. Like, imagine if they went like 4
Yeah.
hours without taking breaks.
Especially the bathroom.
I know. And that's what I like though is like when you have like long form content, that's when you can insert ads, and that's when you kind of
definitely.
give like your audience a chance, even the audience to give it a chance to kind of walk away from it. Because I know some people might just be listening to this for like as like a podcast or like if they're doing work or something. But for those who are like extremely dedicated,
and watching,
they will be like, oh my god, like we need this break in between.
Especially for streams.
I know, and some streamers do not. It's like weird. It's like some of them just don't take breaks.
That's why if you're a streamer, drink water.
Yeah, that's the thing.
To take a bathroom
Exactly.
break.
Anyway, oh my god, what I really love, and I've never seen someone do this before with D&D because we haven't seen many like D&D campaigns, but something I do enjoy is a few things. One, I think when they all level up, they all become the same level. Correct? Is that what they?
I think so.
And then another thing is when they do share like objects with each other.
That's
especially
cool.
with this.
I mean, it is their choice, but I think that's
exactly.
cool. Because like if I were to play this, I would have someone be like the money holder.
Exactly.
And, like, that's so you go to that person that way because some even them, it's like you know some of them's not smart with their money. So it's like it's always good to have someone be like in charge of money. Once you guys trust each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of like with when you play Monopoly, it's like someone's like goes to the banker or something, whatever. But like it's good to see like they kind of when they kind of are getting more chemistry with each other, you can tell as it's been progressing. Like I'm sure because they do this week to week. They do like the 4 hours a week for like on Thursdays. So it's like in the meantime they probably talk and they probably also say like with their characters like they might like bond. Like obviously like the first episode in itself, it was still trying to like garner up that chemistry with each other, but you could definitely tell. I mean, like obviously with Liam and Sam, like they have the best chemistry, like we always say. But like even with that scene, that was so cute. He was like wrestling his head, pulling her cheeks and everything. But it was so cute that they still have that chemistry with each other. But you could see that bonds are starting to form. Like with Ford, he wasn't on that much.
Yeah, now
and Travis was hyper. That was so funny.
It was so funny.
It's the last 2 episodes he wasn't as hyper, but it's like he was very, very more like in the center now.
I feel like he's more comfortable with his character now.
Yeah. And it's like he got a big scene, especially with the sailors and everything. But it just seeing that like they're all starting to have bigger scenes is very important. Because I don't know. We didn't watch anything with Vox in terms of like the campaign, so it's like we've only seen the show.
Animation,
You know what I'm saying? And again, like we always talk about this, like something that we always talk about, like with especially specifically with Sword Art Online, is like when you watch the anime and then you don't see the light novel, read the light novel, totally different experience. Like a lot of people are just judging the anime based on like, oh my god, like this is trash because this and this, and they don't have anything else to go like based on. Like so, it's like honestly, what I'm doing is like I'm reading the light novels, completely different. So it's like when you love the anime, that's great. If you don't like the anime, okay, whatever. But it's like always go to the original source. So same thing with this. That's why like once we're kind of like done with the show, I would love to see like best of scenes of Vox specifically, or even scenes we have seen already, just to see how it was within the campaign, because it's different. Even when they were talking about like the making of Vox. It was like the it's like completely different than what the campaign was giving you. And it's like same thing with this. If they ever do get a show for campaign number 2, it's like it's probably gonna be so different.
Cool.
I know.
If all their campaigns become animation,
that would be amazing.
I
could definitely see success with that. If
Especially
Vox is
for
gonna be
long-term fans, like people who have been since the beginning, like that will be so cool to just see your favorite like, parts animated.
Yeah, and it's like just knowing, like seeing how like what I like too is like they actually went back to the town, like it's the tavern. A lot of like shows, specifically like anime, sometimes it's like it's one and done, and you don't go back. To
I thought they were gonna leave. I thought they weren't gonna go back, which I was so glad they didn't leave because I feel like that would have been worse for them.
And the good thing is too is Matt's so good at like making you understand where the characters are. It reminds me a lot of like Oda with One Piece, where it's like exactly where these characters are within the given arc. So like how he is like directing this, darn well, okay, they're gonna go back and forth, and it's like there's still time is still moving, so it makes you feel like okay, this is like real time if you think about it. So it's like even with like Orden was like being like held under accountability and everything, and then the guards were there. So it's like on a video game, like if you're doing open world, it's like kind of like you go to this, let's say you're going to a tavern, all these people are there, you talk to the NPCs, whatever, then you leave for a while, it's going to look different. Actually, not even just like an open world game, it's like, think of Wind Waker. When you go to like that tavern, like you're too young to drink. Exactly. It's like other people will be there. It's like as you progress through a game, you're going to see other people within the NPCs in the world kind of expand within itself. That's Matt's writing. It's like I don't. It's not like I don't dislike slice of life like anime, slice of life books, like whatever. Sometimes they could be guilty pleasures, but what they lack is the immersion. This doesn't, because this is exactly like how like not even just like a high fantasy would be, but like even like an adventure story would be, where if you're writing one of those, you got to make sure that if you were to go back to that place, it grows over time. You don't want it to just be the same type of NPCs, same type of characters.
Not even that. It's like real life too. Like
exactly,
they are the main characters, but like he could literally write an entire book about like the man at the bookstore.
Yes. Oh,
so it's great to go back and see those NPCs grow, which I'm sure, because I know from our Vox reactions, I know a lot of you said like some of the NPCs are great.
Yes.
And I'm sure this campaign has like really, really great NPCs. Because I know one comment said, "Oh, if you love this like bookkeeper, you're gonna love like another character down the road."
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's like a lot of NPCs that fans love.
Yeah.
But that's like it's like real life too. Like you're the main character in your own story, but that doesn't make anyone else not a main character.
Yeah, exactly.
So he could go back and write more with the NPCs. So it's like a lot of shows, like especially anime, since we do have a lot of anime reactions on Patreon. We watch a lot of anime. We know how anime works. Anime does not do a lot with like minor
specific
characters,
anime,
specific shonen, all that stuff.
Yeah,
they don't really go back to a lot of like characters that you see like in stores. Like Ruby does great with that, like stuff like that. But like anime lacks like that specifically, where they don't like really explore like how like the shopkeepers are doing. But this, I feel like they're gonna keep going back, and you'll see them like eventually as the campaign progresses.
To give an example to like Kamen Rider, like anyone, if you watch Kamen Rider Super Sentai. Something they do like within that live action is that despite the fact that it is mainly about like having the new power-ups and the new suits, the new belts, whatever it is, whatever one that you are watching, there's always a place they tend to go back to, like a headquarters. No matter whether it's a doctor's office or like a garage or like a cafe build, but like no matter what it is, something will change within it. And why it's important to do that, like theirs right now is always like going back to the tavern and whatever. It's like that's why it's very specific. If you are writing a story and your characters go back to the same place, make it look, feel, sound, smell, seeing, everything different. Because if you don't do that, then it's going to be boring, and it's like you're not, because again, minor characters, NPCs, whatever you want to call them, very important to a story. They bring life and breathe life into that story, into your main characters. Because if you're just dependent on your main characters and getting them to like point A, point B, point A to point C, you're going to forget about point B. And forgetting about that is like how they would be like talking with each other. That would be wiped. That's very important when they're back at the inn and they're talking with each other. And it's like why that's important is it not only builds bonds, but it builds, the structures of their dialogue. It builds upon like who they are as these characters. Like, with how Not was with the flask. Was that needed to the story? Absolutely, because it brings more interest to who she is. Is it needed to everyone's story? Maybe not. But it brings get it? Maybe not. I made a joke there. But it's like it's so important that you add this structure where you give it time, like a downtime for these characters. And we actually, to give a perfect example, Young Justice. Yes. We are watching this on Patreon, and we are. Honestly, we're in love with the show. We're in love with the dialogue. But why we're in love with it is because it's so realistic. And there's a few episodes where it was actually called Downtime. And you got to see what the characters were doing. Despite the fact that there may be missions going on, like back and forth, there were little clips about the characters, what they did at their home life, what they did with training, how Robin got mad because, Superboy got the attention and not him from Batman. Like, it's like, to know that all these characters, no, it was Aqua. It wasn't Superboy. It was Aqua. But like knowing that these characters are kind of like having that interaction reminds me a lot about this. And it's like why I love this within D&D is because they give that time. A campaign that's 4 hours per week. If you're just battling over and over, it's boring.
Like you want to have battles, but it's like you want to have like
what they did
interaction, like like because Not and her, they're not serious characters. No. So you want to have them have like that silly comments and all that stuff. Like don't when you're especially with writing, even if it's like a serious piece, like you don't want to avoid having your character be themselves. And that's what's great about them is their dialogue never changes. Like, oh my god, what's his name? What's Travis's character's name?
Ford,
thank you. With Ford, when he was talking to like the other sailor, it's like he changed how he talked, but when he went back to them, he's like, oh, it fucking worked. Like he was back into how he was like originally. Like obviously you interact with other people differently, especially with like how well you know them. And they put that there. Like he didn't come back acting all serious like a sailor. He was only interacting that way so they can get something. And that's what's great about it. Is like you can have like that serious moment with him, but then he comes back into who's like his original character.
The biggest thing that people have to understand is writing is acting. Like no matter how you view it, it's like you can how they are. Obviously, they're actors, they're voice actors, so they have this advantage because obviously they have been like training, whatever. But it's like if you are a writer, like don't be afraid to just be like I'm gonna go into the shoes of my character and act them out. So many people are so afraid to do that. So many people are just like no, that's like weird. I'm not gonna. No. play Sims.
Sims.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go do stuff like that, or role-playing games, no matter what it is. Interact with your character. That's what they do. And it's like, that's why a lot of people have to understand, if you're a good writer, you have to also, they always say, you gotta be to be a writer, you gotta be a reader. Yeah, everyone says that, but there's more to it. You gotta act as your characters. Like, there's so many, here's the thing. So many, if you go to, like, any conference, or you hear it from, like, other authors, they will give the same advice where it's like, if you're gonna be a writer, you gotta be a reader. You gotta read what the trends are. You gotta see what the competition is.
Don't do that.
It's like, you can. Obviously, when you're being a writer, how you can write well and kind of learn is by reading. But then that's kind of, in a way, if you're just doing that, you're kind of ruining what you could also do, which is learn about acting, learn about specifically improv, learn about improv, learn about talking, world building, make maps. Even if you don't have a world like where it's so expansive as Matt is, like, kind of make it where it's like maybe a map of your school. If you're writing slice of life, if you're writing a simple comic, let's give an example. We're writing a comic within a very expansive world, but we already know that world from what we've done over the years, but it's not about that world. It's about, basically two spouses with each other who love each other, and it's just like, hey, we're just living our lives. Like, that's basically what it is about. And, like, silly, like, comic moments where it's like, they could be like, oh, like, he's a human, and he's half human and a monster. And it's like kind of showing you that, like, you can have these moments where it's like you have an expansive world, but don't forget about the little moments, and that's what we're doing with the comic, where it's like we do a lot of, like, slice of life stuff, or, like, kind of in a way, think of, like, those anime, which, here's the thing, this is where anime peaks. This was like a few years ago with anime. It peaked when those little shorts. Oh. They remember that one about the marshmallows guy?
Oh, that was
marshmallows.
Such a good...
Why that wasn't fully animated?
No, they never
brilliant.
Stopped them.
There was there was one about a guy who was, like, loved yaoi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so
absolutely
good.
Brilliant. I was like, why is slice of life has come down to that? Like, that's where slice of life used to peak, where it was we have cute little things. Like, there's been a few over the years that have been fantastic. And it's like, but slice of life is lacking in anime now, and if it is, they just, like, make it weird. And it's like with comics like we're doing, it's like it's all about, like, the cute, wholesome moments of life, And it's like that's why a lot of people within anime, we talked about this. I don't even remember what reaction it was. We recently talked about how wholesomeness within anime is disappearing. Yeah. Oh, it was Love After World Domination, which we also see reactions to. Wholesome, so adorable, slice of life, Super Sentai. That's all you need in life. But it's like, that's why with this, what I like is they have wholesome moments. They obviously have a lot of comedy to it, but, like, even with, like, Not and Caleb, they have so much wholesome moments, and it's the simple gestures that they give. Yeah. And so many, like, different media, why this is so well is because, like, so much media lacks it now. Yeah, it lacks the bond.
With them, it's like they're actually acting it out. So it's
exactly.
So if you are writing, and you don't have, like, school or anything, and you want to learn how to, like, write more, like, dialogue based, and you don't have D&D, whatever. Yeah. Like, another thing you could do is, like, get a family member or a friend or, like, an online friend, and, like, literally tell them the plot of your story and read the dialogue from one of your characters and be like, hey, this is what one character say. Can you respond how you would respond? And even if you don't have, like, a co-writer and you just want to hear how someone else would respond to the character, record what they say and then adjust the dialogue to how you would want to write it. That way it sounds more natural. Because, like, when you read the dialogue in some stories and it's so, like, dramatic and not the way people talk, you're like, okay, this person does not know how humans interact with each other. So, like, a great way to learn how dialogue works is interacting with people in your life, in your online life, whatever. Like we were saying last episode, there's, like, a lot of Facebook groups, Twitter groups, whatever. Social media everywhere has a bunch of writers groups, D&D groups. You can meet people that way if you don't have people in your personal life, and just interact with them, because that way you'll know more about how people actually talk to one another.
Yeah, one thing that a lot of people tend to do in school, which to me I feel like this would be better for literature than it is for themselves. I mean, obviously, like, some teachers just do this because I don't even know why, but it's, like, write an open letter to your future self, or write a letter to yourself. No. Have your character write a letter in the version of your character.
We have...
Right, this is okay.
No. We have this one character who's actually going to be in a comic, but he's a very funny character, jealous character, a mess character. Yes. But we have an entire diary this character has. Yeah. And we write it out as if he was talking about, like, everyday life and, like, all this stuff. Like, it's in his voice. It's very comedic. All this stuff. But we have this entire book. It's literally over there. We can literally pull it up right now and read a passage. But I'm not going to do that because it's embarrassing. And I also don't want to spoil anything. I also don't want to spoil anything to future, like, projects that we have right now. But you guys will love this character. But he's a very...
Reginald. His name is
Reginald. He's very
eccentric man.
Yes, that's the good word to put it. But we have an entire diary for this character.
Yeah.
But that's a great way to get into your character's mind. Like, I don't know, a lot of characters are different, obviously. Not everyone has a diary.
Yeah.
But if your character is a writer, have him write letters to, like, a friend, or her have them, or she, whatever the pronouns are, write to a friend, write to a loved one, whatever. Have them write something, because that way it'll be easier to write their dialogue, because you know how that they will be writing. Yeah, because we have this entire diary for one of our characters.
He's my character. He's a very, very eccentric character.
Very chaotic.
He's gonna be in the comic, but like you guys will love him because like you're gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with you? That's all I have to say. But it's like knowing that you could do stuff like that, because you have the power. Like God has given everyone the power of like free will. And just to be able to get into the minds of your characters. Society has, like, honestly, over the years, within writing specifically, has made it where it's like you don't want to be an individual with your writing. Because if you look at a lot of writing nowadays, it's very one-sided, it's very preachy, and it's not, honestly, about a lot of characters anymore. It's about just, like, a message people want to give. And the beauty of what writing has been for like, well, not in the last few years, but like over the years that when I was growing up, even in the short books, like, oh my God, what was it? Alan and Naomi, I think it was called. Like, that broke my heart. Yeah. There was like a few, like, I don't know what it was when I was in like elementary school before I was homeschooled. Literally would read the most heartbreaking books every single year. And I'm like, what the heck? But it made you think, and it made you want to like understand like humanity. But there was always, like we always say, there was always that, here's your resources, use them type thing, which I loved. But, like, where I'm going with this is that if you want to get crazy like that, if you want to make a diary for your characters or make all of them on Sims or, like have a Tamagotchi and have an entire life story.
Can we please? Okay, can we talk about that?
Her name is Gla, and when I was...
Gla
and Kasagabi, and Gla, I wrote an entire dramatic story.
We need to read it.
About giving birth.
We had little pictures and like dialogue with it's so funny.
Yeah, because honestly what we started is years ago, we used to role play as Pokemon characters, Hamtaro characters, was obsessed with it, made it into a completely different story, then went on from there to just like completely sever it from that. So that's what you want to do. If you are starting, even if you're not young, if you're like, I don't even, if you're 30 like me, almost 30 like me, it's like, if you want to start somewhere, no matter, even if like, because we were doing this for like over like 20 plus years, but like, even if you're just starting and you want something to do, it's like, start where like you take an already existing source and write fanfics. Yeah. I used to make AMVs and then turn into story AMVs, which story AMVs is taking two different anime characters and shipping them together from different stories and different like anime in general. Make fanfics. Fanfics are great, but then you want to be able to expand from that. Because a lot of people depend on an already existing source, where then they start saying, I want to change the source. Which honestly, okay, but you got to respect the original source. Yeah. Like, you make headcanons, but don't think that your source that is based on an original source is going to be published and that they're going to be like, yes, this is where it's going from here. If you want to do it for fun, great, but you got to, because I've seen like a lot of people do it like with like Ruby and like other types of like stories, and it's, well, like, I don't know why, it's sad because a lot of people just don't respect the original creators, and it's sad. But because at the end of the day, you have to respect the original creators because they are the minds for it. So from there, if you don't like, let's say you don't like how a story ends, okay, write your own story. Let's say you don't like how a story, like if you like Twilight, if you don't like how the story of Twilight ends and you want to write about vampires, okay, go ahead, do it. But don't change the story of the original IP of Twilight, And I think a lot of people get very attached to these characters where they kind of just don't want to separate from them, and they're maybe just too afraid and dependent on these characters. But it's like, if you make a totally original source with characters that are based on something, that's not plagiarism. If you make a story where you're using those characters and putting them into a different place and it's not an open source type thing, that's kind of plagiarism, because you can't publish something that is having somebody else's character. It's like, I mean, here's give or take. It's like there's so many people that do that with anime or manga, like, like Dragon Ball or whatever. It's like some things become, like they did this with, even though I don't really like this year with My Hero Academia, they did, was it My Hero Academia Vigilantes, I think it's called. They, it still is canon, but it's written by somebody else. So it's like, that's canon. But that's with different characters.
And it was approved.
And it was approved, So it's like something why with D&D is like, they add different characters all the time, but then they also do different types of media. They do comics for it, you know? They turn this into a podcast. Yeah. They turn it into different forms of media, which are so important because you in general, as you know, a fan of this, will be like, okay, there's so many different sources I could have. But obviously, let's say that you want to do something with, like, D&D, Matt leaves a so open world that you could be like, I have an RPG character within the world that Matt created. Yeah. That's different than going and taking someone's fan and just being a fan of it. It's like, that's completely different. But honestly, like, where we're going with this is basically just write. Because, like, it's not just read. Yeah, obviously read. But when people are just having that same quote, gotta be a reader. Gotta be a reader and writer. Gotta be a writer. It's like, no, you gotta do so much more with it.
Yeah, show it to people.
Yeah,
like we said last episode, you gotta show it to people. Like, read it out loud. Because, like, a lot of times if you're reading in your head, you don't realize the mistakes you made. But if you read it out loud, you're like, wait, that is not what it sounded like in my head. It's better. I know a lot of people have, like, issues with, like, talking and, like, reading, which is fine. But give it to someone who might not have that. Like, show it to a friend. Show it to a friend online. Show it to your mom, your dad, your sister, whatever, whoever you have in your life. Show it to them. Make them read it out loud, and you listen. Exactly. Because then they might see mistakes that you didn't, and you might hear mistakes that you didn't hear in your head.
I used to have my computer read it back.
Or that. There's, like, the text to speech.
There's so,
thing.
I mean, back when I was doing it, it was on my. I just found my old MacBook Pro. I was like, those things are clunky as heck. Oh yeah, I know. We gotta
There's
get
stuff in there.
Exactly, but it's like it's clunky as heck. And like back in the day, I was like, no, this is like so small.
You thought you were
I'm
so
like,
cool
what the heck?
when you had your Mac.
I know. Look at this thing around with me. I'm like, why the heck is this?
Also, I don't like Macs. Side note.
I don't.
I used to love them, but my Mac literally died.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But the thing is like you just keep your notes everywhere too. Like don't be afraid just to like. Because, you know, I used to, like, keep things to myself. Like, I was like, no, I'm too afraid to, like, you know, show this to anybody. And there's so many people, like, even our age now, it's like they're so afraid to show it to people. Listen, okay? Best advice, okay? Yes, there's people that could plagiarize, but you could honestly get them in huge trouble to, like, plagiarize. Like, if you were writing something and you post it online, you could get somebody in huge trouble for that. So don't be afraid if someone's going to be like, oh, I'm going to take your story. Because I heard the story, which obviously I'm just, like, I kind of don't believe, where this one author, she actually just, like, basically told me this at an event, was like, oh yeah, I have this like a story that I went to go and tell somebody about it, and then they like took the entire thing. Here's the thing, there's some truth in that, because Disney also does that, where it's like they will take somebody's idea,
but it will never be,
but it's not Disney, you know, like a lot of publishers might be like, oh my god, I like this idea, and then give it to one of their already in-house authors, which does happen, but like the way she was explaining, oh yeah, like I had the best idea ever, and then they stole the whole thing, and I'm just like, no, you're just mad because somebody like kind of published something similar to yours. And obviously, how many stories are there about wizards, vampires, cars? The thing is, it's your characters. I don't care what anyone says. You can have a theme about the best thing in the world, but if you don't have characters to it,
it's boring.
It's boring. So it's like a lot of people think, no, it's just about the action. No. We always talk about this. Why a lot of anime gets so diluted nowadays is because they just depend on the action. Mm-hmm. Why a lot of anime gets like so, because we're so like with us, we're so oversaturated with anime because we watch so much, and it's like you start realizing this trope is done already. Mm-hmm. You know, this trope was done. And it's like, that's why, again, we thank you guys again for letting us get into Critical Role and other forms of media, because you're just like, wow, there's completely, because for years you're just doing anime, but there's so much more to life when it comes to storytelling. And we're doing things, again, like going back to this, again, was to say thank you, James, again, for recommending Young Justice, because that, honestly, breath of fresh air. Thank you, Gray, for recommending Clone Wars, because that is a breath of fresh air. You know, thank you for all of our patrons who have been recommending Super Sentai, Power Rangers, that's you, Dragon Trainer, and like other things like Kamen Rider, because that is such a breath of fresh air. Specifically Kamen Rider, because it has a different type of storytelling than anything we've ever watched before. And it's like, you gotta, in a way, if you're a writer, expand yourself outside your comfort zone and just be like, hey, I don't want to just watch this or read this. Yeah. You got to get yourself uncomfortable sometimes and read things that you may not even agree with. Mm-hmm. You know your characters. Like, I don't know, like we were talking about before, I do not agree as heck with Reginald at all.
Oh, yeah.
Completely different character than me
for many
reasons.
If we agreed with them, I'd be like, what is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why when you are a writer, please expand your horizons, just like Matt has done. Like, you can tell that he doesn't want to get these characters harmed, but he does, because it's part of the story.
And talk to people. Yeah. Talk to people. Like, talk to people in your life. Talk to people you don't know, because, like, the thing is, like, you can meet someone for a second and be so inspired by them to create a character based on one interaction.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sure all of you have, like, a cafe or, like, a store or something in your town close by that you could literally just go to and
go and video chat.
You don't even have to talk to people.
I know.
Literally, just people watch. Like, go to a Starbucks, sit get a coffee and just listen, because there's so many conversations that I've heard inside of a cafe that you could never imagine that you would hear inside of a cafe.
No.
You just learn from people around you, because you never know what you're going to hear, and then you'd be like, oh my god, I could literally write an entire novel about this one conversation I heard in Dunkin'.
And if you're always working all the time and you like either do remote work or whatever, it's like you could still go online and find things. Go in VR chat, like a lot of people, VR chat is like experience. Exactly. And it's just like there's so much that you could do in terms of just being able to get inspiration. And you know what we did is like we're like our characters, Beverly and August, are very different than us, and we actually like have a Discord channel where and a whole server where we invited other people where we're asking, like we always talk about this, like we're asking them questions, is this right, like is this okay, and it's like we're getting inspiration from them, and they're helping write these characters. Even if they are our characters, they're helping write them because we want to make sure that it's like kind of presented correctly. And that's what you gotta do, because oh my god, like specifically in a lot of shonen, a lot of them write a lot of women wrong. There's only been a few shonen, like Yu Yu Hakusho, love. You know, One Piece, I love. Dragon Ball, I love. Yeah. Naruto, as much as I love the show, some of them, despite the fact, like Sakura, I will stand up for because I love her as a character. A lot of people hate her. I could be biased about her. There's been some scenes with her I'm just like, no, it could have been your moment. Yeah. But it's just like specific anime, you're just like, why can't you do this? Because you didn't do your research. So it's like a lot of other anime too. You're just like, why can't, not even just like with
not even just anime, live action too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why? You know, and it's like it's because people just don't do their research. So like that's why I appreciate Matt is like even he made a mistake at the beginning when he's like, oh god, my mistake, I rolled wrong, and how they all make mistakes with each other. It's like they take time to understand each other and their own characters to be like, oh my god, like I understand who you are now. They're growing and you see it, and that's why D&D is a very like intimate kind of like experience, because you get to see the characters grow in real time. You get to, for those of you who were there at the live stream, you got to see it happen. You know, you got to see these characters grow over and over and over again. See they're making mistakes. They're flawed characters. Right from the get-go, they're flawed characters. Vox, perfect example. Yeah. They're all flawed. They just had to learn to get to know each other, and look how they bonded from just those 12 episodes. 12? Yeah. 11, I got confused.
12 or 11.
But it's like, why? Okay, so this is very weird. This is a very weird comparison, but if you've never seen Kids on the Slope, please watch it. So didn't Fox give you Kids on the Slope vibes?
Very much.
Completely different.
Completely different story, but just the interaction. Yes. Because Kids on the Slope, like, watch it dubbed if you are going to watch it, because that's how we watch it. But the way they talk is very human-like. And how Vox, my favorite thing about Vox was how they all had their own way of talking. Yeah. And, like, I talk different than her. We don't talk the same. No. We grew up the same way, but we have a different way that we speak. And that's just how humans are. And that's Kids on the Slope is like that, and Vox is like that. So, like, with dialogue research, watch media that literally has characters talking like how actual people would talk.
Yeah, and it's like, that's why I love like on Dragon Ball Z, specifically Dragon Ball Z. Because Dragon Ball did it too, but like Z was like, oh my god. They have like the snarky comebacks. And then they also have the jokes. And they have like, sometimes they have corny this and corny that. It's like, it's so real sometimes, even though it is shonen. You know, Yu Yu Hakusho, perfect.
Oh, they're great dialogue.
And like, honestly, it's like you could see who the characters are based on even just by looking at them. And you're just like, I know who you are. Now, it's like, I mean, Netflix promotes some freaky shit now. I don't even get into talking about Netflix because it's toxic as frig. But it's like with Netflix, I know, with Netflix, it's like a lot of shows that they're making, it's just like, let's just make some edgy teen dramas. Here's the thing. Guilty pleasure, okay, is like a lot of Supernatural. I mean, I love Supernatural. I've never finished it. We'd love to. We're gonna probably watch it in the background, or whatever, or if somebody recommends it. But like with Supernatural stuff, not the show, but like the media. Supernatural edgy dramas. Love it. It's funny. It's like you could see it happen. Like anything about vampires, anything like I want to get into like Teen Wolf. I want to get into more like Vampire Diaries, like stuff like that. You gotta love it because it's like, oh my god, of course there's gonna be drama because there's also action. They're not human. But when you got this edgy teenage, oh my god, TikTok the movie type stuff, I'm always gonna say that. It's like it just gets too old and you're just like bored of it, and it's like maybe it's because like, you know, when you're a teenager, obviously you're like, I want to burn down this and that, and like I want to be Katniss, and oh my god, I'm sorry, but like a lot of people are like that where it's like they just want that edginess, and then that's who they become, and you're just like, okay.
Like, you can have edge in your story, but make sure it has a positive.
Exactly. It's like, no matter, it's like, you don't, not like, we're not talking about like, oh my god, yeah. It's like, no. You want to give your readers or your viewers or whatever, or listeners, some kind of resource where they could go back on and say, hey, we're going to find this solution, you know? But so much media on Netflix now is just the whole, I'm sad, TikTok the movie, oh my God, my life is... I'm just like, okay, but when are you going to go and make some positive, like, change in your life? And that's why I like this, is because though the fact that there could be edgy moments, there could be dramatic moments, there could be sad moments and flawed moments, there's always some kind of form of the character saying, what are we going to do? Same, exactly.
Vox is dark. Like, no spoilers, because I don't know if everyone who's watching this
Vox took a turn.
Vox had really, really dark moments, but every episode you felt like the characters were working towards being better.
Specifically Percy. Specifically baby Percy. Like,
no spoilers.
I know, and it's like with Percy, is like you could see that, you know, he was going through a lot and he was struggling, and you saw it get worse and worse and worse. And that's dark as heck to see this person go through that and see. But then there's always that form of, hey, look, you can have resources. You can have a support group. You can have ways that you almost go off the edge, but then you find something to not go off the edge. And it's like a lot of people on a specifically live action with Netflix is, you're always going off the edge and that's just life. No. And it's sad because we've seen it happen to a lot of people personally in our life that we're even related to, where it's like they think because they're younger than us, and it'll be like they grew up with stuff like that. And they grew up with everything is just edgy, and then they just like go on TikTok for like, I mean, obviously TikTok has some good life hacks. Like if you want to learn about like, you know, well, you taught me about the shampoo thing or whatever. Like there's some funny stuff that you can learn on TikTok. But then when you got like all the edgy stuff going on, you're just like, a lot of people that are young are just watching this stuff and they become those people. And it's
really weird with TikTok. Like, I don't know how we got on this topic.
We always tangent.
TikTok, we recently made a TikTok for like our comic. And I like when you first create a TikTok, I asked you like what are your interests in. I made it at 3:00 in the morning. I was tired. I didn't feel like searching for things that I was interested in, so I didn't pick any of them. And
bad move,
Tat. That was a bad move. If you're listening to this right now and you're making
pick your topics,
pick the topics you like
because why?
This will happen to you. So it's 3:00 in the morning and I'm like half asleep. I'm like putting the profile picture in and I'm like, okay, cool. There's nothing on the TikTok yet. They don't know what the genre of what we're going to be posting is. If you guys don't use TikTok, there's like a thing called like the For You page, which is basically stuff that TikTok recommends you. All the stuff it was recommending was dark stuff and really bad things that children should not be seeing. And I was like, huh? So when that happened, it's like 5:00 in the morning at this point. I'm like, I need to get rid of this. I start looking up like comics because like I want the feed, the For You page to be like all comics and artists because that's what the TikTok we created was about. So I'm just searching it. I'm just watching all these like comic artists promote their cool art and like that stuff. And then eventually TikTok was like, okay, this person likes art. That's all we're going to recommend them. But the problem with that is like if you have someone
young
or even older who doesn't want to see like dark stuff or weird stuff and they don't really know social media and they don't pick what they're interested in, it's going to automatically recommend that stuff. So it's like you want to be careful with, you know, when you create social media, pick the stuff you like because that's going to happen to you.
Now, the thing is at the end of the day, like what with Critical Role too, is like they know their audience is older, so they're going to go and make some older jokes and older recommendations and show you that, okay, so you're going to be this age because it can get dark. Like, obviously, if you're watching with a parent, whatever, but like,
but even
at the same time,
it's not even that bad.
Exactly. They make it where it's like they know their audience and they don't want to show people like how TikTok is. And, you know, that's why I appreciate all of them as creators because they take that time to make sure that it's safe for other viewers, but also they make it where it's like you can relate to other characters, but in a positive light. So many of you guys could just be like, I love Ford because of this.
And I'm
you know,
sure
I love Jester because of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they have dark moments, they're going to have resources. Because, like, the way he talks in the beginning about, like, the organization that they're, like, donating to, you could tell that he's very passionate about it. And I'm sure if they have, like, dark topics coming up in, like, the stream, before it, they'll have, like, those resources. I don't know if that's true. I get the vibe that that's what they're going to do.
You could tell, like, from just, like, seeing how Matt is as a person, like he may write some dark stuff and this stuff comes out of his mind, but at the same time he's a great guy. You could tell.
Yeah.
It's like even like how he is on Twitter, how he is on social media. Like we've never seen him at like an event or anything, which would be cool if we ever did. But like how he is as a person, how he interacts with everyone, great person.
Yeah.
You could tell. It's in the eyes. It's always the soul is in the gateway through the eyes. The eyes are gateway through the soul. That's weird. But like to know that how he, you know, just interacts even with the cast. he cares.
Yeah.
So it's like you could tell that if it does probably ever get dark, that they're going to provide these resources, which I'm sure they've done on specifically, probably even on like Twitter and their social media. Like, hey, if you're ever going through this, is where you go. They have that vibe about them. They're older. They know a lot of like younger people do watch like their stuff, like teenagers or like 20 years, whatever. It's like they know, obviously they know their audience, so they're going to care for that audience, And again, that's another reason I love Critical Role, is because it's a very family type thing with how they act with each other. And despite that it gets dark, there's always going to be some kind of solution. Even if there is some characters that may go off the edge, even if there's going to be characters that may die and pass away, there's probably going to be a moment where they honor that person or honor that cast member or honor that, that character. And they kind of in a way show it already, where how Molly was almost dying, but Molly still wanted to fight. Molly still wanted to move forward.
Molly.
I know he had a moment and it's like, nope. But like other than this, I feel like I don't even know how many episodes there are, but like how many hours. There's like 300 or more hours.
Lots.
And just to know that we're going to be on this adventure with you guys, it is very appreciated that you have gotten us over these years, have tried to recommend Critical Role and said you guys have to do this, because it is, again, a different way to consume and discuss media. And why media is so important is because no matter what you watch out there, it will come off the screen and you will get this energy and will go inside of you, and you will be like, either you take it away as negative or you take it away as positive, or you get excited about it and you kind of harness that energy and be like, I want to help somebody now. I want to help. And it's like you feel like you're on this adventure with them. It's like we've talked about this with Young Justice specifically, and if you are a patron, you probably heard already if you do watch Young Justice with us. Actually, no, because it was having issues with posting, so I don't know if it's up yet. But it's like we talked about how important it is when you consume media, because it makes you feel different things. And you can't even say that it's not true, because if you're reading a book and you feel sad about it, you're going to feel the emotion of that author. And the same thing with this, you're feeling the emotion that the characters are conveying on the screen, and the prose, and the acting, and everything else that goes into D&D. D&D is not just an art, it is a form of structure, it is a technique, and it is a way for you to properly learn writing. So another just shameless plug here, if you would like to learn more about writing, for $5 per month, you guys can head over to Sex Stories on Patreon. It will be linked down in the description down below. We're going to be talking a lot about world building, but we're going to get into very, very important topics as it does progress, like longer like podcast episodes, more like worksheets and everything for you. The reason is because a lot of times, a lot of writers will just depend on the whole, you got to be a reader to be a writer, or this, or vice versa, or how people say that comics are no way about learning about like writing. It's like that's very wrong to say, because that's comics are all dialogue and you can learn about dialogue. It's like there's so much that we can tell you guys, and we want to be able to offer this for you, not for $5,000, but for $5. Not like those authors that like even cost like $500 a month. And it's scary to think, because some people just publish one type of thing, and they're thinking that they're an expert keynote speaker. Oh my God, look at me! I'm going to charge $500 and just say the same thing that you find anywhere at any convention or like conference. With us, we want to make sure that you guys are getting it and it's accessible for you for $5. Again, not $5,000, but $500. Other than that, be sure to get the merch.
Look how cool it is!
Awesome!
If you want to be cool like me, buy the merch. You don't have to.
And the thing is, like with merch in general, it helps us if you're wearing it. Feel free to take a picture.
Please,
we'd love to see it on social media.
Yeah, Twitter and Instagram are the biggest platforms. Well, Instagram's still rebranding.
We're still gonna grow.
But if you have Instagram or Twitter, please tag us. Or if you're in our Discord, DM it to me, because I want to see you guys wearing it.
Because that's the thing, it's like if you wear the merch, it lets us know that in a way you're kind of doing marketing for us and letting people know about All Ages of Geek. A goal of ours is to get fully funded on Patreon. Once that does happen, there's going to be more content. We're hoping to do like full episodes of reactions of Critical Role. A lot of like, if you're a fan of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai stuff, a lot of more nostalgic based stuff, because we're very oversaturated with like a lot of anime right now. So it's like we want to be able to have like more nostalgic, like Rugrats or even Arthur. A lot of like even like Hey Arnold. A lot of stuff that goes into it is very, very like deep stuff, especially when we were growing up. So we'd love to go back into those types of shows and just like bring back nostalgia for you guys. So that's something we want to do once we do get fully funded over on Patreon, because again, it's something we do enjoy. We're passionate about. We're passionate about media, and we're passionate about the things that you guys love as well. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I have two things. One,
go ahead.
If you're watching this in September, hi. If you're not, ignore this.
Okay.
Next month, we'll be back to weekly Critical Role. I know this month has been very strange with posting. We're going to have we have 3 more episodes posting for September. Yeah. But then every week in October, we will have a video for you guys. It was just weird scheduling. We were trying to work it out. Moving, all that fun stuff. And number 2, join our Discord. Yes. We're not that active in it right now, but hopefully by like winter-ish time, we'll be more active. Hopefully more events with us in it. But you can go over to our Discord. We have a lot of like chat rooms for like D&D, writing, your OCs, whatever. If you ever want anything posted on our website about your writing, your OCs, whatever, tag me in OC and stories, and then we can definitely post it about your OCs. Or if you're an artist, you want to post your stuff on our website. It's all free. Just DM me. We love supporting creators. Yes. But that's it. When you guys comment on YouTube, if you're watching this on Patreon and you want the Discord link, I think there's a way to like link up your Patreon and Discord. Yeah. I can send you how to do that. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head, but Patreon has great stuff for that. And you want to join our Discord, either DM us on Patreon if you're a patron. But if you're on YouTube, I'm probably going to comment back with the Discord link, so you all are going to get an obnoxious, hey, join our Discord response to your comments. So if you do want that link, and I didn't respond to you yet, it will happen. Or you could just find us on Google. I think if you search All Ages Geek Discord, it pops up.
Sometimes.
But it'll also be in the link in the description, so that's fine. The
thing is, too, is our website is basically being completely like redone. A lot of you who are like kind of writers or creators in general, you're going to love it. Once it does relaunch, because a lot of stuff that is coming up for you, a lot of things will be more organized. A lot more like reactions we'll be hosting and all that other things that you can be in store for. But we just want to let you guys know we do support creators no matter how big or small. We want to make sure that you guys have a place and a home that you can have like a kind of like a hub where you could share your stuff, because here's the thing, too many people just don't help each other nowadays. It's sad, but it's true. As you know, I as somebody as Catholic, as somebody that loves God, as somebody who, even if you don't believe in God, we are here for you. We want to support you, because again, that's what humanity is about, or should be about, because so many people nowadays don't even help each other, and it's sad. And you know, we want to be able to be a place where you guys could be like, hey, I want to share my stuff. We'll be like, okay, we will make that happen for you.
And if you are like kind of looking for a place, if you're a student, if you're not a student and you're just kind of trying to build your portfolio for writing, and you want to be a writer for a website, we're always looking for like guest writers or just anyone who wants to write for a website. Just DM us on Twitter or find us on Discord and DM me on Discord, or just comment here on YouTube or Patreon. It's write about anything geek culture related. You could literally pop over to our website and click on the article section. There's so much stuff, interviews with creators, like D&D stuff, top fives, whatever, news about anime and
we try to get a lot of press for people too. So it's like if there's an event going on and you want to be like press, we can try to get
like you get free and everything. We just got someone like free press for New York City Comic Con. Like, so if you are interested in being a writer, like
being press,
and you are in like an area that has like any type of event, and like they need press for you could probably go in for free. So if you are looking for a place to put your work and like a place to build your portfolio, definitely like DM us, and we can definitely set you up with writing.
The big thing a lot of people have to understand is another last tip for writing today is, you know, a lot of editors and agents, you know, why a lot of people talk about like, ooh, I was published under a different name first before I was published as my actual self. They look for your stuff that was already previously published. So that can mean on a blog, that can mean a comic, a webtoon. That can mean something randomly, like not fan fiction, but like on a random like Wattpad story or whatever. It's like they are gonna look for your stuff, and not even just your name, but examples of your writing. And if you are like getting into journalism or whatever, that's another thing. You have to build that resume and that portfolio. So it's very important to get your not even just name out there, but your writing out there. So if this is something that you're interested in, just let us know. We're always looking for people for the site, because many different voices are very important to have on a website, because too many people are just like one-sided nowadays. That's very sad. But anyway, friends, we hope you have an amazing day. You stay weird, you stay whatever, you stay awesome. Until next video, fangirl, fanboy, fan person every single day.